Yeah. Everybody knows that I'm breaking down. Everybody knows I ain't faking now. Everybody knows my heart's vacant now. Yeah, she hates me now, I made mistakes, but now I don't ever wanna be alone. I don't really ever feel at home. On my own, in the zone, that's the only way I know. Feeling low, about to blow back up. I won't ever let the doubt creep in. Gotta pop a couple more aspirin. I don't think I'll ever let you in. Easier to break it off as friends. I don't really understand myself. I don't really understand, need help. I don't wanna be left on the shelf. Couldn't even hear me if I yelled. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone. It's so cold outside. Break down, always feel like I could break now, but I never let it take me to that place now. I won't ever let my thoughts get away now. I got better things to do, picking fate now. I just wanna be the best, call me great now. I don't know if I'm okay or insane now. I remember better days on the playground, hoping I can find my way. Even when I'm feeling down, I fight. Even when I don't know what is right, I'ma pick a side and I'ma take pride. I will decide my fate and I will never let them tell me who I am. If you try to shape me, I'll be damned. Planet on the ground is where I stand. Never give up, that was always the plan. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone, I'm alright. It's so cold outside. I'm alone. It's so cold outside. Yeah, let's go. I ain't the first with the curse, with the thirst that I wanna be better, not worse, man, it hurts. I'm on this earth with my words and I put them all together, insert, cause I wanna have worth. Working hella hard till they put me in the dirt. Gonna go far, man, listen to my words.
Lego. Gua makabaca. Ini gua gitu. Nah.
Or when the beta as
We'll
well.
watch with Tens again. Gak tau, gue seneng aja nonton Tens.
Wait, have I been? There's no way I've been playing for 3 years.
There's so much tape on Optic, right? And Boom's been around, right? You know, especially in their region. But what are going to be the win cons here, right, for Boom against Optic? Obviously, you could look at it, you know, like shut down X player, do this.
Wait a minute,
what does
yeah.
Boom need to do as a team
I'm
in order
going
to
to
overcome this
two.
very formidable foe?
Well, there's
Alright.
a bit of a curse, isn't there, with Optic, where their first
Well, like,
game
a little
at every
over
international
two.
event we've had so far,
Yeah,
I
almost
lost
3
against
years.
Serbia.
Holy
Yeah,
fuck.
Serbia, they lost in that first best of 3, went to losers bracket. That was back in Reykjavik. Which
Oh my
ended up
God.
winning. Then you got to Copenhagen, first opponent Guild. They lost in that series
I
as
think
well,
you
go
kid
down
with
to
the
losers
ADD
bracket,
for
but
the
you know
5
we're
gifted.
not
Thank you,
gonna
Salia,
be
for
there
24
at
months.
least with
I think it's not Palm for the
I
sub.
think a
Thank
lot
you,
of it
Willie,
is
for
that
this
prep
the
again.
prime.
I
Thank you,
think Guild back
Ashlyn,
in Copenhagen,
for the sub. Thank you, Rasher,
Copenhagen
for the
by
sub.
the
Matt's on top. Thank you.
did a phenomenal job of
Totsy,
knowing where
thank
he
you.
plays
Amen,
and
thank you,
what
2
time
months.
he
And
rotates
thank you,
off the map on
Mr.
the defense,
Sabati,
right?
for the sub.
Yay,
Also
hold
appreciate
this
anybody
angle
else that has
until, like,
subbed.
50 seconds in, then
I don't have
he'll move
alerts
somewhere.
on,
So we need to keep
and
him there,
um,
because
I'm-
if he's there, he's not anywhere else on the map. We can keep him away.
I don't have
from
alerts on
bombs
just so it
for
doesn't
the
like
longest time.
clutter the
I don't
feeds
know if
during the
Boom's gonna
matches.
be able to do that, but I think
Good
his
day,
approach
what's up?
of know how Optic play, how they want to approach certain aspects of it, and effectively take key members out of the game depending on the map. Like Mav, for example.
I'm so conflicted because this is my coach brain kicking in here, and I'm like, Do they play their own game or do they counter? What is better for Boom now? I don't know, but whatever they show in map number 1 will give us, you know, the goods as to what their plan is coming into map 1.
Last time
I'm
we
going
played
to
Cisco,
make-
it's been a hot minute.
Because we're ready to do this bad boy. We've been briefed on both of these squads, but it's now time for the map selection. Let's see what we end up getting out of this.
Dum, 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 dum.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what we're going to get here from both these
Let's
teams.
go.
And Jess, I mean, you know, I'm looking. It's hard, right? Because Optic is just such a
How many
a
PCs
great,
you have in the background?
map pool overall, but it is
Just
a
one.
percent
That's
that
one
is gonna be
PC.
going out
This is a
first here.
printer.
I mean,
Right
people
here, that's a
remember
printer.
the very last
That's
time
a
they
PC I'm
played
rebuilding right
Esport was
now
against
into a
Loud,
new
and it
case
didn't necessarily
for,
go their way, and it's
I'm
a little bit of a
basically
risk that they
trying
don't
to
wanna
make
take here, and I
our
don't blame
Kali,
them.
I'll
media
take it.
area that we have with like a
I am
TV. We have like a switch there and stuff too. But I was gonna set up like an area to stream there, so we could stream like Switch games, or we could stream like Kaide Fridays a lot easier, like in the kitchen.
Bentar, gue
Or,
bingung
um,
captionnya.
we could do watch parties from the couch too. Fuck it.
Kitchen. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, it's all right. I guess we
Map
can touch on it
one.
because it is the first map. But realistically now,
Hmm.
the main pick, I think, for Optic at Copenhagen was split. That's no longer in the pool. But you have to look at maps like Bind, especially, where they were the best Bind team in the world, I think, at this point. When you have wins over Xset, you beat DRX, you beat PaperX, FPX. Again, it's all of these X teams. Like it just seems to be something. And this comes as no surprise. The way
Tar,
that they played him out, the
lagu
way
gua
that you
gokil.
get Yay on Chamber working so
Matiin,
well,
karena itu udah mulai.
this is going to be a bit more tough overall.
Lego.
Haven't really had that much time of
I'm
ways
going
to prepare,
to
and they sort of play what Optic play
share my
model-wise,
life first.
but certainly not to the same level.
I wonder what the decide is going to be. I mean, I always think, you know, if Boom can push it to that third map, because I certainly don't expect them to 2-0 this. I think that would be an incredible upset, one of the biggest upsets in the groups if they do manage to 2-0 this. So let's make that speculation it hits the third map.
Give
What
us
is the
Pearl,
third
you
map?
cowards.
I mean, obviously, I would love to see. I don't think Optic brings that out. I really
Share
don't.
lagi
But there's maps like
ke
Fracture, for example. There we go, getting rid of it.
Discord.
I mean, not a risk they might want to take, but I wouldn't
Sabar
be
ya.
surprised if we do get that Fracture. Again, another map that the last time Optic played it, they lost as well.
I think what's quite interesting is that Pearl made it this far,
Boom.
right? Like,
Sure, yeah.
Like maybe it would have been something that
Boom.
Optic ban out, but instead they go for the Haven. So you're right, that Fracture is going to be the
Promote,
third map.
promote,
I guess
mana
we weren't
promote?
expecting Pearl all that much because Broom
Don't
did
forget
go
about
through DLCQ.
Yeah.
It's more like Optic, you've had so much time to prepare for this map. I'm excited to see what they can do, but unfortunately, at least not today.
Do pros like
Optic gonna be
Pearl?
going for Fracture for that third and deciding map.
There is no way
I cannot
in
speak
my
on
mind
behalf of all
that
pros,
there allows
but
Pearl
I
to go
personally do
through
not
when
like
there
it.
was no need against one of the lowest rated teams in the
I'm
world.
watching a
You
stream
can
in
bring
VR?
out a
What?
map and show your strats against a team. You don't need to try, quote unquote, try that
Wait,
hard against.
yeah.
that
Oh,
we know of.
wait,
I could be
that's
completely-
actually
I wanna be
insane.
proven wrong.
I've
Get
seen.
in the server, Boom.
I remember I used to have a VR
Right
headset
now,
like a while
Optic
ago. I had the
shouldn't
first
have to try
HEC
that hard. They
Vive,
shouldn't have to
and
give up their map
VR was like
secrets at
insane.
moment.
The amount of
That's why
stuff you
that
could do in
Pearl
VR
ban,
was
whether it
fun.
going to be Boom
I
or
actually,
Optic in
what
the next
what
one,
VR headset's
that
good?
would've been
I was thinking about getting a VR
I
headset.
think Pearl's an interesting
Because
one.
I have a
Like,
nice
teams
area
gonna
right
act
here
different to it.
where
Nobody wants to reveal, we actually are gonna beat
I could
the
definitely do
Nobarr
like a
and
VR
Pearl
stream.
players.
I'd be
It's
down.
alright
They're
and
floating
fine.
it. They'll-
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
float
yeah,
Banyak banget
exactly,
in Discord
right?
yang harus
But I
gue
think
share.
that this is a typical sort of map pool, like another day in the
I'm
office.
sorry
I think for
about that,
Optics, it is
but-
going to be really hard for Boom overall to keep this.
Index?
And it was always going to be difficult, no matter the map pool.
Yeah, how are we feeling overall though for this one, Jess? Do you feel like there's an opportunity here, especially on Breeze,
any else,
for
any
maybe
else,
Boom to
any
just
else?
catch
Nggak
Optic
ada.
off guard? It has happened in the past.
Okay.
It has happened. I think
It's
Breeze is
ready.
in unpredictable maps at certain times. Sometimes, unfortunately, because weirdly
Keren ya,
defender
pernah
side
gua.
and you think it's
Be
going to be
insane on
attacking
Beat
side.
Saber.
it
I've played
flip.
a
I
few,
think
like,
having a
few
slow
Beat
start,
Saber
as the
maps in my
manager of
life.
Optic said in Copenhagen to me outside the hotel, he goes, "Yeah, we have slow starts, Jess." And I'm like, "I know, I've noticed." So don't let it become a curse here. Maybe that's the thing that Boom can really use as the thorn in the side of Optic today.
Yeah, potentially. Well, we'll see, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but when we come back, it's our second match of the day. It's Optic Gaming facing off against Boom Esports. On the other side, we'll see you soon.
Have they done pickups yet? or
Diambil
no?
orang nganggur ini. Oh, pantesan. Tukang copet tapi sial ya.
Yeah, like I was looking into so I was actually waiting. So I was waiting for VR. I think VR could be like a next like part of gaming that could just be
Gun
like
skin?
like
new
fun
skin?
for me, but I was kind of waiting for like wireless headsets. 'Cause I
What?
remember when I had my HSC Vive, The most annoying part was the cord. And I felt like if there's a way to like get like a wireless one, that'd be fucking crazy. Can you make the index
dapat
wireless?
skin itu kalau main MLab. Gue download kali ya MLab. Wah, kita bakalan stream rada lama nih. Ngeliat PRX juga. So, gue malah buka TikTok dong, orang buka YouTube.
Quest 2 is wireless.
Alright.
So I have tried suspending the wire from the ceiling, but it's just like, it's still annoying, like, you know? Ideally, you want to play with 0 restrictions. I'd probably go with the index. Like personally. Wait, how much does it cost? Oh, oops. Wrong keyboard. How much does the index cost?
Welcome back, everyone. 2 teams are now ready to make their Champions Istanbul debut. Let's go ahead and meet Optic Gaming.
1K? What the fuck?
Anjas.
Yay.
Wait, chat. I'm confused. What are these pictures here?
Stop jeda.
What are these pictures?
Itu logo. Logo apa ya?
Blaze King. Finesse.
Rules. Oh my god, that makes sense.
Apa? Logo apa?
Victor.
Logo apa kan?
That makes so much fucking sense.
Roll. Okay. Oh iya benar roll.
Is this like preset? Like do the production, like do they just automatically pick the roles for people?
Check.
Or do the players pick the roles themselves? Yeah, I was just confused because like I thought it was roles, and then I saw Ye have all 4. I'm like, what are those?
Oh, ini ya coachnya Vincent. Gua kalau coach suka rada kurang tahu. Anjas.
1, I was really hoping that Meow would fist bump the air. 2, I also think that Meow has
Anjas sudah ready, cok. Tinggal di start aja. Udah masuk ke mini map bridge.
I was worried for a second because Istanbul has a lot of cats around. You just heard a big meow and instantly all the cats around are just like picking their ears up. We're just gonna be overthrown by them in about 5 minutes.
Wait.
Good connection.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many people are in the circle?
I bet Mimi's well evil cats are always
Wala ini siapa cok tiba-tiba invite gue.
There's a big disturbance in the force.
Well, you don't have to worry because Mimi's just going and looking for pictures.
7?
That is true. She's found 100 cats already. So.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Anyway, looking at the match though, as we get ready for this game, just a reminder, folks, if you're just joining us here, Breeze is going to be map 1. That is
1, 2, 3.
Boom have had success on this map in the past, and let's see though what ends up happening here. Ryan, we keep harping on it because you kind of have to at this point.
Wait,
right?
is Chet in a isolated location, or is Chet just like gone? Like is he just dying right now?
Well, where you mentioned Optic being slow starters. This was obviously a Boom's map pick. Optic chose to start an attack first.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a good way to sort of get comfortable. You don't need to worry about like protocols. Who's going to be where? What do we do when this happens? On the attack, it's like,
COVID?
give it a bit more
Oh, there he
leadership,
is.
Sort of go for these fights, probe a little bit. We can literally warm up to the situation.
I know he has
Remember,
COVID,
Nick was
but
doing
I
it
meant
on
like,
the EMEA is why I mentioned it. So
I
it
meant
makes
like,
sense
is he in
Optic
an
here
isolated
choosing to
room,
attack
or is
first
he actually
just
just
to kinda
like
get out
unable
their
to get out of
system,
bed?
get comfortable on
'Cause it
stage, and
depend-
then when
like,
their
some-
defense comes around, they're going to be a lot more alert, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's
The
really
COVID I got, I
for
couldn't
the
get out of
teams
bed.
themselves. Like, you just look at the attacking
I-
and defensive side
if-
of
if
Optic
Kaide
as a
wasn't there
whole,
to take
and
care
you
of me,
look
I
down
die.
their
I
breeze
perish.
stats, I'm like scrolling down and I'm like, sheesh, they got the heavy attacking side in this when it comes to breeze. Not a surprise, of course. But we
Oh,
started on
the
a
lucky
comfortable
doll.
side, as you said.
What doing?
I love that. Look at the really positive vibes.
Everyone should have a stuffed animal on the
I
stage,
agree.
okay?
I used to
If
have
you
to
don't,
carry
you're
one
savage.
in my luggage for my players back in the day. It was a llama.
Okay.
There you go.
And,
There you go.
and my wife's Peruvian, so that works out. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into our Prime Gaming Agent Select here and see what we're going to get. Both of these teams do run similar comps on this map, though,
Yep.
Ryan, and maybe we get that here again. Yeah.
Exactly the same. I mean, I don't imagine that either team would change it because this is like
Yeah.
the
Are you coming to
common
finals, Istanbul? I will not
if you're
be,
looking
no.
at Boom, if you're looking at win conditions, Famous has had some good performances.
I had the
that
opportunity
chamber is
to,
incredibly
but I
important.
have to
There's a
stay
lot of different stuff
stay
you
home and take
typically
care of the
see.
dogs.
Flip side of being on that sentinel role, but Berserk's Famous, they're going to be the double operators. They're on defense first. Got to keep that economy in hand. If you want the up online, you got to do well. Also, stop first dying because this is their worst.
I'm gonna
match
chew
point.
some
They
gum
go
real quick.
down very early, and they also don't get traded because they're pushing on their own and get caught out.
I mean, on the side of Optic in reverse, you know, you're looking at Victor here on the Jet. I mean, we talk about Yay a lot. Yes, the chamber is going to be so ever so important. I know they've got mirror comps here. I know there's power positions on the map upon which you have to be careful of these chamber players. But Victor, we know he was the one that really revolutionized the movement on Neon, for example. This man will be mobile. This man
Boris,
will understand where he
always
needs to
five
be
Really
fun.
about gum?
across the map.
Fuck yeah,
When you
about
start
gum.
on attack, this man must be your
Oh, yeah.
Bagus sih kompetisinya.
Some people weren't here,
Biasanya di kompe juga
but
gitu
yes, literally today,
Roll.
because I was buying a bunch of snacks, I was like, fuck it, 5 gum.
Here in a moment, curious to know though, right? Do we potentially go to 3? Can Boom Ryan make the potential upset happen here? What's your prediction for how this game could play out?
If you're going off curses and trends, sure, but I feel like Optic have got better as the year
Let's
has
go.
gone to adapt to this. They've seen
Gila,
LCQ,
keren banget
they've
stage-nya,
watched their
sumpah.
opponent, they're gonna come in well
How it
prepared.
feels to
The
chew
fact that
5
now
gum.
the team has changed this comp, I think leads more towards Optic. They know this like meta, they run it themselves, and they can change stuff up as they like. So I feel that this
Don't
is
bite
just
yourself by accident
a
again. I'm
real
being really
nice test
careful.
for Boom to see how you do on the international stage,
I
but
agree.
it doesn't really get harder than this.
No, and I think this is the biggest benchmark you can give yourself as a team. So whatever the benchmark you happen to get, I will say to the viewers of the world who are listening, if they
I
want to
wonder,
win this series,
when-
it must happen with Breeze. They must take Breeze.
Has to.
If it goes to map 3, they have a chance. But if they don't win Breeze, I really feel like that is the biggest
Jas
Mount Fuji.
I
live-nya
wonder when
ini
they're
ya,
releasing,
menurut gua
to be able to overcome that kind of
bisa
the-
langsung
having to
diedit
battle
gitu.
back
Wah,
and
keren.
forth swing.
the results of which teams made franchising.
If we go to Fracture Map, what kind of a utopia would that be?
Optic could get in
Dude,
there.
when franchising arrives, it's gonna be such a shit show because like so many people's like contracts literally expire at the end of this year.
Well, like he felt that this was a team that it wasn't a surprise to him that they qualified. He also said it's about time we saw an Indonesian team here because
Agreed.
there was free in the LCQ as well. So it is one of those areas where I think that like Optic, this is where they should be comfortable, and I think if they want to go for
Like,
the
it's actually
next
gonna be
run
like the
winning
craziest thing
champions, their
ever.
map pool has to be
Sure.
stellar. No drops anywhere.
Yeah, well, I did ask our amazing production team to go ahead and give me a little predictions graphic, and oh no,
They wouldn't do
Ryan,
it during
I should've
champs.
went with Boom just
I don't see it.
Images that precede unfortunate events.
Yes.
That's the power of it.
There it is right there.
I feel like we just plat chatted ourselves.
We
Yeah,
did just
we need to do
match up
we need
first.
to do a little.
Oh, is that what they do after?
There you go. Perfect.
There it is. All right,
Now it's
screen
sealed.
grab that, and if it does all go south, oh my goodness, are we gonna look like we have pie on our faces here?
I will say something that Yinsu constantly points out is every time Optic play and they wear green of some kind, they win.
God, that's just too
They
much.
win.
Oh,
Bought you that watch.
I bought that myself, actually, to be fair. So this is no.
Wait, you
bias,
can't
it's
blow
just
gum
by
with 5 gum.
coincidence, a mere coincidence. I just happen to wear
I
green.
need
get, like,
gum
a bowl or
to
something.
tense. Can you give me one gum?
Yeah.
We really are. We actually
I mean,
really are.
two AMEA. It's like, oh yeah, NA are playing. Yeah, NA are gonna
Yeah,
win.
and they're gonna win, guys.
So I'm gonna win
Bentar.
11. I wouldn't suggest
Ini kan
that.
udah, ini kan live kah atau delete aja?
You gotta play your cards right. I will say, like, another thing about it is like
Look.
on the KO controller main, like, it's typically what we sort of see and expect from him overall.
Nggak ada.
KO's been really good.
Oh,
I
di
think
delete
it's,
doang berarti ya.
not Fractured. There's another map
Oh,
that he
okay.
plays. I think maybe like Icebox. He plays
Where
obviously Brimstone. So
are
he's
they?
not only like a world-class controller, he's moving into different
Let's check
roles
the
now,
Instagram.
because there's more to gain.
No, my heart will break if he moves from being a controller.
Delete,
So I
delete,
keep saying
delete,
he's one of
delete.
the best
Salah
controllers,
buka,
one of the
cok.
best
Sumpah,
controllers,
sorry
one of
banget.
the best controller stuff.
Ya,
And so if he moves away from
delete.
the role, how will I sit on the desk
Kalian
and
satu ya?
annoy you?
Doing this, we just can't keep like.
No, we can't.
Ah, gua kasihin saja.
There are arbitrary connections
Gua
that
lupa,
will
gua
always
liat di
remain on
ini
the desk.
soalnya.
That is what we are here to do. I will never let this be lived down ever. So my
Oh, delete.
But
Oke.
you know, though, it does make, and by the way, for everyone watching at home, obviously, as you can tell, pretty
Ah.
the art of the film. But we're going to be getting into the game hopefully shortly,
Udah live tadi.
which we'll be very excited to watch our second match of the day, and also
Dia live di mana
make
tuh?
sure you stay tuned because we
One
have
of my heaviest
another match
brother
coming
moment.
up after this.
Holy
It's going to
shit.
be an exciting one as well. Paperex versus Leviathan, which will be a banger.
Di mana?
But,
Tadi gua nggak lihat.
Ryan, in Copenhagen, there was a lot of conversation.
Which
Oh,
any teams do you think will make it a final?
Most definitely,
Can watch Party Boom Esport.
I think
Kita lihat Party
realistically,
Boom Esport get reminder.
Logically, I think Optic.
And even when he wasn't playing well, it was just
Wait.
like everyone felt like they were just dragging
Does he have a sucker?
that
Like a lollipop?
has to rock the
Oh,
mental.
YouTube-nya ini Boom Esport.
These players are getting creative, man.
I think if there's a
First
player
come,
I
next
see. Oh my
lollipop.
God.
What's next?
Ini dia, Cok.
Warmer.
Ya, dibahas terus di belakang nih.
Kalau lihat dari Phoenix sendiri ini kira-kira di skenario apa lagi sih yang bisa dipakai?
Semangat yuk, semangat.
Yes, Boom Esport.
Kemarin ya, about curses going into this game, and I couldn't think of two cursed people to
Alright,
commentate the
alright,
action
alright.
better than my dear friends Brennan.
Gua nggak lihat
So
kita di
have
mana.
fun
Sorry.
with Josh and Egg.
Okay, let's go tense.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy and his best crew. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. Optic versus Boom. You've got El Diablo versus Egg Diablo in some ways, Josh. And on paper, you might say, this one is going to be relatively one-sided. The desk has been setting it up.
Yeah.
Do you think I could bring food on stage? Should I just bring something like as a meme?
But that I think is always the possibility that these kind of things don't work out the way that you're expecting.
And they have in the past for Optic.
It absolutely has, but
Gila, layarnya di bawah gitu seru banget ya tuh.
Like, do you know
Yes, that's keren,
that
man.
big like lollipop that you can get at Disneyland, the one that's like this size, where you hold it,
Wanjas
it's
lu
like a big
lihat.
stick.
So,
Just bring that on stage and just be
Keren
fucking
banget
like, eating it, like,
transisinya.
before the match.
okay, there's line up.
It's a toughie to face off against your first
What was that line up?
match, but we'll see.
Whoa.
Victor dashing into the wall to start things off. Bit of an advantage for him.
Let's
He's gonna
go.
be able to cross up
Let's go Boom.
crosshair placement.
Let's go Boom.
Spike gonna start to get planted now. Plays
Nice one, nice trade. Nice
It's
flank.
gonna be traded, but the flank being caught there. Blaze King was
That's okay.
for opportunities just pushing through. Optic seemingly just cleaning up the stragglers wherever possible.
and FNS staying alive and dealing with that flank allows the Viper wall to still come back.
Dude, a lot of chambers have just been buying ghosts.
Position to play from.
Iyalah.
Good
Ini
crossfire.
aja maksudnya tuh.
Be able to deal with some
Lihat
of the
aja
famous,
harganya
but
semahal
they've
itu.
broken it to some degree. Having said this, Marv is still on the flank. Through
Oh,
double
nice
doors,
try.
and he cleans things up. So that's a fairly decent pistol round from
Nice try,
Optic.
nice try.
Nothing too fancy.
Sumpah
just
gue
keep
juga
it
kalau main
simple.
chamber nggak ada tuh
Playing
main
fundamentals well.
beli peluru-peluru lagi untuk headhunternya. No, langsung beli ini.
This map is
Gus.
Victor's playground.
It is.
I mean, you are going to see if Victor plays anything like what he's done in the past on Breeze, you're going to see a masterclass on Jet from this guy. It's not an agent that you normally think of associating with Victor, but whenever he plays it on Breeze, he's been dominating.
Does seem to be his playground.
Hey, didn't they have Victor on
Oh, penasaran
KO
kemana ya?
before? They had Marv
belakang
on
yellow
like,
kah?
Jet
That we've witnessed
or some shit.
from before.
Mana jatuhnya, Sok?
Like goes over
Oh, di
one
situ.
side, Cloud versus well. Cut up
Wah, ngeri juga tuh line up.
They're holding close.
Ngeri sih itu line up.
Weaponry
Oh, ngending.
should be an easy fight to take. Indeed, the players kind of just dropping like
Wah, itu ngeri sih line up-nya. Boleh sih.
too much more work, including that spike planted down. It's a bit of extra cash
Maksud gue line up untuk ngeluarin orang di yellow-nya itu kan.
out Optic, because in the past, I mean, we just saw it mentioned as
Boleh,
well,
boleh.
but they have been
Bisa
slow to start
dicoba.
these tournaments. A lot of times, and ending up losing as well to these APAC teams.
Kalau yang di piramid kirinya tuh
Oh, with the
lepas
chamber.
aja.
By extending the groups.
Maksudnya
Yeah, that's absolutely
kadang
true.
perlu, kadang
They're
enggak.
2 and 3 all time against APAC.
Tapi yang di Elo perlu mulu
Having
sih.
said that though, those are against the creme
Karena
of the creme of
kalau
APAC.
misalnya nih contoh kejadian kalau misalnya Sembre maju, nge-push, nge-kill 1 dan TP ke Yellow, itu langsung kena vulnerable, bahkan dia bisa mati. Nice one, nice one. That was nice. Nice. Strat.
Optic, I was wondering whether or not they were just going to keep hammering this A exec, but on the bonus round, starting to take things towards B. And just bursting in.
Yeah.
Marv building up the null command so early.
Massive ultimate to just try and
Nice,
get
Famous.
right in there, but Famous has already removed 2 of them. And
Nice one, guys. Nice
They're
one.
killing the body.
Make sure that they just mow them all down with the rifles in there.
Elbow 2. Nice, tinggal 1 lagi. Nice
Oh,
one.
shit.
Bit of confidence back.
Nice
just about to
one.
sell.
Screaming across the stadium.
Nice one, nice one.
That's Boom with their first round on the board.
Cakep banget, bro. Cakep banget, bro.
There's not going to be a feeling like it, Brent. When you get here and you're just waiting for that first moment of excitement and you realize
Cakep
you
ya.
can beat your
Cakep
opponent.
sekali sama
Go
ini.
toe to toe with the top dogs, these guys who you've seen performing in the finals, winning these big events. And that's all.
That was the
Mana
bonus
musik
round, though, for
belum?
Optic. Now they've got proper rifles back in their hands. Looks like they're going to go
Oh,
for some
wish
kind of
me.
ace split.
No,
Might just
to be honest, if I did a watch party from a
Nah.
couch,
Viper smoke going
I think I
down,
might
way to
actually like.
control any push that might be
If I was tired,
Marv
like any form
slowly
tired, I would just
benefits
pass
from a
out.
knife and a flash. Takes elbow control.
Take flight.
Yeah, it's very slow and steady for now. Forcing out that drone from Blaze King just to get a bit of
Yeah,
mid-round
yeah.
information. It is destroyed early though, so could still be a player lurking at halls. Blaze King doesn't quite know that, but
And they've done a good job at the beginning of this round
Udah
Optic,
trap.
to stop any mid-aggression. So Marv has an option here to go for
Oke,
a
oke,
fight
oke.
for double doors,
Itu yang gue
but
pelajarin juga tadi siang.
with the rest of his team.
Jadi kalau misalnya
Now
udah
all
ngedrone tuh
5
udah
Optic
lempar
players bunched up
slow
on
orbs
A,
atau lempar
but without that mid control, Boom are reluctant
snake
to
bite
stack
nya
against
si
them.
Viper aja
They're still playing a very
ke
spread
dalam
defense.
pintu. So,
now just opting to try and go for
Wait,
a bit
what?
of a
They
that
can
was
do
just spam. Right through the wall,
Wait,
flash
where
over
did they
top
kill
as
him?
well, doesn't quite connect. Someone needs to deal with the dart though. Pushing
nggak ada yang
between the
nge-trade kah?
pyramids,
Aduh,
that's
itu bisa
gonna
di-trade jetnya tadi.
claiming these kills. Couple of shotguns coming in.
Harusnya.
Dangerous situation. Dropping a couple
Nice
of players
one.
down very low. In fact, look at that warbang kill straight to the
The
crane.
3v3, but they don't have any
They got a 3v3
smokes.
with Victor again, going for the
Nice
reflag.
one.
Good trade by Famous. Who's now the
I think
sole shown
I think
chamber
Optic will win this round right here.
And they are worried about that mid flag. Victor is going for it. He's dead to
well.
a
I wonder
single
if
bundle.
Vic is gonna be taking first contact. No, he's taking second. He's taking second.
Nice, menang.
But will they
Soalnya.
expect him right here?
Stuff done here, but it's not really being watched. Holding it, patience, the discipline.
Not going for it.
Wah, nice banget trade-nya. Nice boom. Good job, bro.
And I think
Good job, good job, good job, guys.
the way that Victor
Let's
played
go.
that
Indonesia bisa, Indonesia bisa.
I mean, from our POV, it looked like he could have had an opportunity to grab Berserk.
Wait, no,
and
it's
then
because
Famous is weak.
he thought that he would just keep holding a main,
not in a position to try
and he was
that
waiting for the
kill.
smoke to fade, so he was hoping to get
Of course,
two.
Victor's weak
It's kind of
against this,
greedy, but at the same
overall,
time,
a good round.
situationally,
Famous, the new
Gitu
addition,
banget langsung
he's
mukanya
not
santai,
even
masih
Like,
round 4.
He's on loan right
that's like a
now.
hindsight thing. Like, oh, I should have killed the
But
first
he has
guy.
taken over this big fragging role for the team. He actually plays a ton of different agents, the Raze, the KO, the Chamber, the Sova. But it's allowed their IGL, Flipsider, to take a step back. Flipsider used to be a very hard carry player for Boom. And now he's given up some of those responsibilities to Famous, who has just drawn Boom level in the series.
Yeah, I can't emphasize enough how big of a player this guy has been actually coming in for this team.
It's made all the difference in the world.
Yeah. Allowed them to go on that tear through into the last chance qualifier to even get here in the first
Nice
place.
flip jeder.
Bit of information going to be added there and a kill on top of it. Why not?
Mampus.
Sure that they deal with these
Pick
Optic
satu-satu
players who have
santuy.
taken many risks on this round, just trying to gather information.
Ceder.
Oh,
Aduh,
that flash was
blindnya
nice. Where did they throw that?
pas banget
I like
blindnya.
that one.
Gila, itu pas
Did he
banget.
he threw it over the archway?
Itu bahaya sih sebenarnya.
I think he threw it over this to blind that. That is really good.
Taiko and Boom are now really starting to get some momentum underneath them. Crucially in that round though, Brent, there were still 2 Vandals available for Optic. That's a fine game in Flawless, but this kill right here onto Ye. If Ye wins that duel, changes the entire round. And Ye had a Vandal. Just didn't quite get it done.
love the energy that they're coming into this with. You can hear them across the venue, honestly, right down there from the stage all the way up here.
Nggak tahu. Wop wop wop, wah gila. Oke, nice banget, vulnerable. What? Wow, is that all? Ngeri banget, so untuk clear ini stairs. Wah, ya mas. Oh, nice one for one all for one.
The idea was at the back of Optic's head to try and bait out that ult, but like you said, Josh has left it now into this 2v3 and this slight angle that Victor's playing in right now with the wall up
Oh,
his face.
this is scary for Vic.
A little bit inoptimal. Just trying to take
Di
this
trade
fight.
nggak? Oh, nggak di trade, cok. Sabar banget tuh jetnya. Wah, nice try. Nice. Sabar banget jetnya. Ini kalau enggak. Gue kok cuma kepikiran doang ini. Kalau misalnya Boom kalah, ketemu kemarin yang kalah sama Vira X, wah itu susah banget, so. Tapi memang kemarin lagi dua-duanya lagi on fire sih. Mentalnya sama kuat banget yang dari Cina. Wah gila.
Find those kills. The site anchors struggling to hold on to some degree from Boom.
You want to play? Let's play.
Wait, what?
What? Wah. Itu Famous ngapain, so? Lagi komunikasi kah?
It's pure confidence from Optic, despite the fact that they lost 3 rounds in a row. Boom have got a flank coming out of cave here, but
Wop.
Oh,
Nice banget.
the IGL rips the head off.
Nice banget. Gila, tipis banget loh padahal.
Deactivates the trademark. Look at these players on
Nice banget, kecicil juga satu persatu. Wih, bulup-bulup emang
Oh, they
GG
have
sih.
spike too.
Bulup-bulup itu ya no recoil menurut gue ya untuk saat ini. Wow. Tawan sini, mati sini. Wow. Nice one, bro.
Dude, what's happening?
Meanwhile, Crashies is miles
Kayak
away.
kalau tensinya gitu tuh kayak mungkin mereka udah overcommit gitu kan. Udah mati ini dua gitu. Nes sama ininya gitu.
I don't know whether that's a lineup.
Trying to meet the James Webb telescope, I
30
think.
seconds left.
Gue tinggal
This would be an extremely tough 1v2 for Crashies to deliver.
Wait, does KO have flashes?
ya
He has
main
2
lari-lari
flashes.
doang ketahuan ini.
KO could easily flash for his teammate to peek. Yup.
Wow,
Oh, that was scary.
almost gila. Soalnya si flip jedernya juga buta walaupun sebentar.
One important couple of kills from Flipsider in that round.
Bahaya banget.
Being
Let's
able to
go.
shut down Ye,
Let's go boy.
then getting the trade-off towards the end where it looked almost like Crashies would have been able to turn that into a series of 1v1s. Boom are looking pretty good here.
Wah
I
itu
like
gua.
the proactivity. Neither team is
Bersek
afraid of the
jago.
other. So we're seeing these clashes, engagements, both jets
Wah,
having
Tuhan.
to take fuels.
Lihat tuh butanya gitu. Tuh rada bahaya sih.
It's a little bit off, but listen, the trade was there. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Backing up the rest of your team. And
Where you
it's
start to see the timeout as well.
and I think this is a great time for it. Of course,
Timeout
Jet is going to be doing this
for
from
Optic, I
the
think.
hotel room, but still that kind of presence in their ear, delivering them some small adjustments, probably getting them to be aware of some of the Boom players. I think when you're Optic in this kind of situation, you almost expect
bener deh,
them
Optic.
to freeze up. It happens all
Should you ever
the
pick
time
smokes and
when
breeze or always pick
there's a
Viper?
perceived better opponent that you're playing against.
The thing is, like,
Confidence, you don't go for
Viper's
second
smoke
risk, and that means that
kind of like
you don't make
accomplishes like what you need. It's kind of the same thing as
So,
like Icebox,
Boom have had good
where
leadership, I think, as well.
you just
Seen
need like
that
that
Optic
one
have lost
wall
before,
and
but
that's
they
it.
have exertion and everyone else.
So I would
Competitive
just say
scene.
Viper is just like the
Optic are
norm
ones
of
in
what
North
people do.
America.
Benar-benar.
Competitive
That's
power,
why
they can bleed.
I'll just Viper in Breeze and
That's what's been incredibly
Icebox.
impressive about some of Optic's runs, is that they don't look immortal, and yet they still end on the podium, or even winning it when it comes to Reykjavik. But that does mean that you can get a leg up over them early in
Oh,
the
they
tournament.
playing split.
Self-admittedly slow starters to some of these
Kecil
Wait,
satu persatu.
there's a frog or crab
And I
back
think
there.
there's some stylistic
I haven't
stuff
seen that one
plays in
before.
there as well. They
have struggled against the APAC teams, against the EMEA teams as well. So here we get the Vipers pick coming out, over towards A this time.
Yeah, it's off the rip.
The rest of Optic using their utility in mid, Marv taking elbow, Recon dart towards it. You can see how they're using this utility Optic to stop.
Wait, they placed a trip there?
But that's not
The trip's
really
not gonna hit
the
him.
map that Boom are playing for.
This trademark was placed early on in the Viper's pit.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
I mean, they've only got Victor
mantap
watching
banget
right
cok
side
di
of it,
push
that one
banget.
angle, but the double face takes him out easily enough.
Yeah,
That's pretty
a
smart of
big
them
mistake.
to know that they have a gap right there. Just double up, pair up,
Relying too much on
get the trade.
trademark there to give them a bit of info.
Ketek kan.
I think they knew that could have been avoided. That's why Victor was watching it.
Sure.
Ada trap
Just
kan
getting
masih,
over
iya
the
ada
They
trap.
expect double face, yeah.
Jadi dia nunggu tuh, dia mau buka pintu, double door-nya harus ditunggu. Kalau double door bisa masuk, dia buka tuh. Nah tuh, pas kan dia
Oh
buka.
shit, nobody broke it.
Nice
Oh,
banget.
poor FNS. Wasn't like this.
Nice banget, Sex. Let's go, let's go. You got one more. Oh my god, yes. Oh dia nggak tahu kalau misalnya Viper masih sedatnya botol. Ketahuan dah posisinya. Nice one, bro. Mereka melupakan botol guys ya di dalam kandangnya.
Yeah, I notice a lot about the way that EA plays. He likes to ADS a lot. I have never seen a player ADS as much as he ADSs. He always just ADSs and taps.
Oh, nice banget itu double picknya. Gila. Apa mimiknya ya, mimik berseks tuh kalau lagi nembak. Yes, nice.
There needs to be a focus from Optic over towards there. The adjustments gotta come through.
For now,
I think ADSing with the Vandal is pretty good. I think ADSing with Phantom, meh.
Oke, harusnya winnable ya, dapat satu round lagi ya. Karena sisanya Iko, karena musuhnya Iko. Let's go boom.
Fabulous beginning. You heard the desk talk about how this map pool breaks down.
Okay.
And actually, it's
Technical
in
pause.
some sense is a positive for Boom.
He said it helps him focus on the
Breeze
crosshair. It makes
is a map
sense.
that
I mean,
they're
it's
pretty decent at. Bind, I actually
It's,
quite like the way
you
that
get
they play.
close to the
Fracture
screen.
looks a bit wobbly to me. But they have two maps that I think they quite like in this three-map pool. On the other side of things, though, Optic are good at all three of these maps. Their Breeze, Victor's been on fire recently, and all of their Breeze maps have gone very well in their direction. Fracture, they were the team that invented the meta on Fracture in terms of neon comps. And yeah, they haven't been on top of the world recently, but their bind literally
You know what's funny?
I agree with Ryan, best in the world.
I was actually trying when I was learning Chamber. I was fucking with my crosshair a lot, and my crosshair like I was playing with the color and stuff. But basically, my ADS crosshair was different color than my main crosshair. What is it called? And so I had it on cyan, and then my second one was like white for like ADS. And so during scrims, Rocker's like, Tyson, why do you use two different colors? I literally said, wait, I'm using two different colors right now? I had no clue my crosshair was turning from cyan to white. I had absolutely zero clue.
Zero clue, oke. Dia sendiri nggak tahu kenapa dia pakai dua color, dua warna.
I agree completely. I mean, Optic were talking about in their press conference after losing Copenhagen. It's really difficult when you make deep runs in all of the
Colorblind
to
thing,
get
sadly.
out the other end and have enough time to invent new stuff, to be fresh.
You're colorblind, right? Yes.
They've had some time heading into champs.
Not fully, but I'm like very color deficient.
For champions. Are they going to be meta leaders? I don't think this series is going to tell us too much. Nobody is really doing too much.
Ya siapa gear yang
apart from Paper X.
bermasalah?
And I mean, that's just Paper X things. And then Bind, you're expecting the comps to stay in the kind of area that they've been. Maybe Optic have something new for us on Fracture. We'll have to wait and see if things do go to a third. But here on Breeze, it feels like Boom have got a great idea of what to do against Optic. The cave aggression is working very nicely.
Not pay attention, or you're just colorblind? I just don't notice.
I
That's
think
it.
another point too, Brent, is just that these players on Boom are actually winning duels. I think that seems like such a silly point to make when we're at Champions, but when you have teams that have only ever competed domestically going up against some of the best players in the world, the desk, I mean, Jess talking about Marv being potentially the best player in the world.
I have tried the glasses. The glasses are insane because, well, I mean, they kind of throw off my sense of color because colors look different, but I can actually see a color changing from one shade to a different shade. It's really weird.
Bentar. Tadi dia ngomongin crosshair bukan sih warna crosshair? Gua nanggapnya sekarang malah kayak
Appreciate all the subs you're on. Thank you, thank you.
susah bedain dua warna itu.
Felt like when Boom ended up converting that bonus round, you could feel their screams across the arena. That's the kind of thing that they need to get under their belts early on. Knowledge in their heads that they can bring it against one of the top teams in the world.
If you're doing a rundown,
I'm like heavily like color deficient where I actually can't tell. I can't tell between shades of colors. So like for example, this happened a lot when I was like younger. But if I saw green, I would just see yellow, and I would just think it's yellow, and it's really hard for me. Or like my mom, like when I'm little and I went shopping for one of those like what's it called, like a pencil box.
Atau memang benar tadi awalnya
Wait,
ngomongin
everyone
crosshair
had that
sekarang
when you were younger, right? Like the box that you hold all like your crayons and like colored pencils. Basically, I picked up the hot pink one, and I went up to my mom and said, I want the blue one.
Listen, me and Flipsider, we share something. Looking like an egg.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I don't frag as well as Flipsider.
An unreal amount of bold people in this broadcast. I mean, I don't know if it's, sometimes I'm looking around, we're in the green room, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of light shining in my eyes. But anyway, let's get into the game, back to it. Take a pause. Obviously, this is being a half buy for Optic, so the usual play here is, you know, take some liberties with it, try and find out where the defensive setup.
Gila di crossfire tuh yang dia.
Holy shit.
My god. Gila crossfire yang ribet.
I got SEAL Team 6 over here.
What the hell. Nice one. It's easy for Boom Esport. Coba kita lihat replay. I need replay.
It's an APAC game right there.
I need replay. Hey, replay. Nah, let's go. The crossfire one. 1, 2. Oh, I see. Like that. Tereng, gila. Itu bukan transfer transfer spray sih, tapi itu memang kayak hampir sate lah. Jadi sate tusuk. Dimajuin dong. Wow, dekat banget nih. Oh, buta. Wow, langsung balik cuy, temannya ninggalin. Wah, ini.
Wow.
Nice. Ini Boom Esport bakalan mendominasi sih. Tuh, lihat aimnya lagi on fire nih. Oh.
Wait,
nice.
Boom are fucking owning.
Iya, makanya.
Oh, yeah, got the op though.
1, 2. Wah, dia mau saving Optic kah? Mati sini sama si Blast King harusnya ya.
He has his TPs soon.
Oh, enggak.
Wait, no, they're up right now.
Sama yang di depan
Holy shit.
Alright.
And at this point, Josh, honestly, we just got to keep reiterating and hitting the point home.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy.
The kryptonite, which appears to be a lot of these APAC teams. This is Boom carrying it away, taking it away from Optic.
You didn't even see him.
Gila, itu buka Byakugan so barusan terjeder.
What?
Let's go. Oh. Ayo, tenang, jangan tegang Optic. Wow, nggak kena.
Flipsider is currently out IGLing one of the best in the game.
Here we go, it's going to be a B split though with the null commands. Blaze King caught unaware with a Hunter's Fury as well.
Nice there. Almost. Udah masuk. Sedikit.
Two players of Boom remaining, and look at the respect
Apa nih?
Optic haven't even been able to get into a post plant since FNS has had his ult online. So this is almost...
Yeah, this is like unwinnable for Boom right here.
And I think in a 4v2 here, seems reasonable to me. You need to start getting these rounds on.
Ini mau kemana lah?
Something a little bit special there. Players just bounding into the walls one after the other. You have to try and trade this one though.
Oh, nice try. That's okay. Good round, good round.
Optic, a necessary round as well to put on the board to try and salvage this first half.
Some of these trades are looking mighty sloppy for Optic. And it's not the timing, it's actually just the aim. It's strange.
So just say this, I hope you see this. On Reddit, the odds were 95% Optic favor. Boom really showing why no one should underrate such teams they've never seen play. I think it's all from me. Yeah, appreciate the sub. I mean, yeah. I would naturally just favor Optic because I've never seen Boom. But yeah, a lot of teams, like especially in this game, like.
Wah, mereka control mid banget sih. Biarin masuk. Dapat info. Wah. Wih, bahkan sampai sejauh itu so dia maju. Iya, itu terlalu dalam banget sih mereka masuk menurutku. Dalam sekali. 1-1.
These Optic players are getting crunched, and they're about to lose Hall's control as well. If Berserks looks to the left,
I mean, this is pretty excellent.
Nice. Wah. 2 sama ya? 3-2 ya. Wop, nice. Gila, rela dia ulti. Wah, nice banget. Flip jeder. Let's go Indonesia. Let's go. Let's go. Nice one.
Unreal scenes from them. Clear preparation that they've come into so far in this map. They are turning up big time.
What a kill!
Handling it, man. Handling it.
And there's the star player IGL Egg Diablo up at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah, just.
So cute.
Still early days in map number 1.
Meow, let's go.
Analyst has to break down the action thus far.
Dun dun dun. Uh-oh. That's gonna leave a mark. It seems like Boom Esports have come out of the gate swinging, and Optic Gaming just simply.
Gila, flip jeder lagi ini banget sih on fire banget sama si 3 orang sih berseks. Flip jeder. My God.
The boomer who came up. I'm cheering on. I wish I could change my prediction, but I'm definitely gonna get memed on now. Let's talk about
sama famous ya, gue lupa ya.
This player that's coming to this team, just famous. He's made quite a name for himself so far in this one.
I mean, the first quarter of that map, it was all famous. And in fact, he's probably made himself rather famous considering the debut that he's been able to propel Boom into on the international stage. A little bit of a fun fact about this man. Back in his previous team, you know, VCT, Indonesian scene, you know, not the biggest of VCT scenes, but enough that he was playing Raze at such a level that the admins asked to look at his computer.
Whoa.
There you go.
Okay. Check him PC.
There's him dying straight away. This is something like from watching Boom at their APAC CQ. This was something
that's
that
a
they
tight-ass angle.
If they lost a play, they ended in the 4 versus 5. They struggled to confirm around.
Wait,
on the back
are they all
if
using
the
that one crosshair as ADS crosshair?
Even when Famous went down,
I don't know.
when he was on fire right at the start
Maybe.
of the map, the rest of the team's able to clear up, get into the heads of Optic.
Are you gonna stream all the matches? I'm gonna try my best, yes.
5v4 advantage. Sometimes teams like FPX, for example, still manage to get those rounds in and get in their heads. This is why, though, Optic wanted to start on the attack, right? Now they're on the defense, bit more time for Chet to talk about their plan.
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. Make her easy. Make an easy win.
To see how this plays out. Optic, we're not prepared for this aggression from Boom Esports. Can they keep it up going into this next half as we switch sides and send it back over to your casters to call the action?
That is the question, isn't it, Golden Boy? Is it going to be Boom keeping this momentum going, or Optic going to be able to bounce back as well, find their footing a little bit more?
I think Optic being able to pick up a pistol makes this map somewhat more
Does
even
he say
and doable
100%
for them.
covers him?
Boom, I'd love to
Yes.
see them be able to just put their foot in the throat now, honestly, and just grab a pistol here, and it would make all the difference. Starting things out so passively here, Boom.
It's always the NA teams that get the coverage.
Gila benar-benar defense banget ya mereka ya. Yang B-nya.
They're not always
Defense
super slow
parah
as
sih.
well. They do have a range of tempos that they can play with, and they look relatively comfortable playing both. This quite a slow start.
Kena tuh dua.
Into a B execute. Can Optic hold on?
Oh my god. Bersek kan itu ke detect 2 biji. Oh my god. Jump shoot di mana-mana udah kayak sirkus.
Swarm their way in. The wall's going to get dropped down. Yeah, just holding close to that wall, looking for the right angle, the right approach. Bite into the shock dart, no targets.
Nice try.
Wait, they're rushing away. They think it.
Loh.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, balik lagi. Gua pikir
Oh my god, are they
beneran-
gonna push spawn? Holy fuck.
So careful, but there we go. It's a flash play.
Oh my god, ini kenapa cok? Ini udah kayak monyet manjat-manjat.
Wait, did the dart
No more
miss?
time really to make any more mistakes. To push the position there from Blaze, do they expect
Oh.
this one? It has to be the plan coming through. Is this going to be forcing anything out of them? Pure patience so far from Optic. The spike does go down. Dart close, that's going to be forcing.
Kena kejar nih Blast King.
Forced to take this fight out. Crashes
Aduh, sakit banget.
just up to flip sider.
Dia enggak kenapa.
That discipline.
Bunyinya.
And even when he does,
Bunyinya.
he fails, the teammate's going to be picking up the pieces.
Manjat-manjat.
Been in these situations where they're down so many times.
Will there be sound on the recording? Hopefully. I know yesterday's VOD, because it crashed so much, I think that's the reason why the VOD didn't have any sound.
We've seen some teams go for 4 spies, especially at Copenhagen after getting a plant down and taking a couple of players as well. I wonder whether Boom are the kind of team to opt for that. I haven't seen them go for it too much in APAC. But it might be a decent idea at this point. Choosing not to though, keeping the classics on board.
They're pushing when they didn't need to.
Draw things level
Yeah,
Optic are able
if they're gonna push, they need everyone to push. It's a good idea,
Honestly, the pistol round winning it would
but you can't do it like alone. Especially as like the Viper, you can't do it solo.
come back online. It's a deep knife that's going to be used in A main there on the defensive side, and balls are still being watched down as well by Victor with the Marshall. Always
Kawan.
when he's watching this one. It's like jiggled the movement. I think he expects it's a bit of a bait play.
Oh, he
yeah.
dinked him.
Oh, what?
Yet still Victor almost
What?
wiped him out on top. Dropped down to 8 health.
Gila ngeding cok. Tilting, headhunternya
Yeah, that was
shot.
100%.
so much damage.
Wait, Silva's going up.
Put in a bit of a squeeze now as well. He's going to be rotating positioning. The wall's still going up. Has to dash to the side there. Victor, he is still so low.
Look at this cheeky little pocket that FNS is playing inside of. He loves doing this. He's got a couple of different Viper walls that allow him to
Wow, salah banget cok. Wow.
Back him up as well.
Wah, nice try. That's okay. Kayak dia ngedes tapi nggak nyedein smoke buat dia gitu lah. Berserk bisa.
Before the event kicked off, he said he talked to Forsaken and Mindfreak a little bit about playing in these global events, and Forsaken and Mindfreak,
Ngeding.
players that have done so well globally, said, you know, Optic, these guys they're human too. You can beat them as long as you don't play scared, as long as you play like you do in scrims and tournaments.
Oke, let's see, udah harusnya dapat satu round sih Boom Esport.
It's just about maintaining that mentality, even if you go on a bit of a losing streak.
Soon.
Would be very
Oh,
important.
sayang sekali. Dipaing a Vandal one.
Dying is sometimes one of the more difficult things when you're up against a team like Optic with the
Wait.
experience under their belt.
Wow.
Where's?
Before, and they are handling every single
Ya, attacker susah ya di sini.
I'll tell you what, that
Oh,
rendezvous
wait.
is not very good anymore. The one that Ye is using.
Yeah, wait, you
He had
can't.
to extend
Wait.
himself pretty heavily.
really wide in that angle.
The rendezvous range
I was wondering where his TP was, but
making that a much riskier play.
I didn't realize it still covers that.
Victor just been watching for that one. Okay, the trade is eventually there. In fact, as well, watching for these pushes out. That's Marv going to be at least fallen back. Has to spectate the rest of his team now from the bench.
Yeah, Victor and Marv playing to overflank to try and find these players in mid and take the duels against
Apa ya?
them. It has
Udah bagus
created
sih
an
pilihan
open,
tepatnya
big
Kak.
old gap on A. And in the retake, you're wondering whether Optic are going to be able to retrieve maybe some guns, some vandals from somewhere. Looks like he's going to make his way towards one, just making sure that the place is clear before he grabs Vandal and upgrades from the Marshal. But they have no idea where Blaze King and Tibotal are.
Apakah dia akan jaga di yellow? Harusnya di yellow sih, titik buta, ada titik butanya kalau dari belakang. Dia bisa mantekin double door. Nah ya benar kan. Dapat. Nice one. We can win, we can win.
His ulti.
Ke-detect loh. Ke-detect dong. Oh. No time.
Oh.
Wow, udah setengah tapi. Oh my god, nice one, nice one. Nice try, boy. Nice try.
Very nice play by Optic there.
Nice try, nice try.
Under pressure.
Super nice try.
Is excellent in those kind of situations.
Gua ngeliat tadi kalau udah setengah. Harusnya bisa dapat
It felt like they dealt with that one pretty perfectly.
inisiatif Diffuse 1 sih setengahin.
It's a nice idea to throw the Viper's pit down and make it possible that you could pop out from it.
Tuh udah setengah itu.
But it just wasn't close enough to where the spike was.
Oh my, nice.
Funny
Udah
ult
kan.
there. Just to get across.
Now comes the test for Book. You got out to a hot start. You were 8-4 up in the first half, and Optic have started to draw things back level. The energy's a bit down. Not cheering as much. Can you keep calm and focused even when your opponents start to go on a bit of a streak against you?
Time out, time out, time out.
This is where that inexperience gap starts to showcase itself, doesn't it?
Or it certainly can. It depends what these players are made of. What advice they're currently getting from their coach as well. I gotta say, he looks drippy.
Yeah. Great name as well. Meow.
Miao tersenyum saat memberi advice.
Incredibly fitting for us being in Istanbul, but that's where they are going to be looking for answers, honestly.
Yeah, I think these kind of scenarios are where you separate the wheat from the chaff, honestly. And this is where experience does matter.
I'm looking at Famous sitting at 8 kills. I seem to remember him being on 7 very early on.
Yeah.
3 rounds in, there hasn't really been as much impact from your chamber play on the side of Boom, so.
It's also a bit tougher to get that kind of.
You think 100 Ts and Exit will perform well this event? I think
You know, super hard exec kind of styles they've been.
I think 100 Thieves will escape groups, but I think Exit will unfortunately not escape the group.
Leads into how FNS likes to play his defenses.
A quick burst now into the A sites. It's a dash forwards, though. The rest of Boom not quite taking the space just yet. Eventually now making their way through the choke point.
Ditinggal dong yang offline. Wah, that's why I say. That's what I'd say. Nggak tahu ya, gue penasaran ini. Kalau misalnya Boom menang, strateginya kayak gimana? Gue penasaran banget. Sejujurnya. Wah, 3 cok. What? Mereka ada line up tuh 2 biji. Ngeri sih.
Oh my god.
What? Wah. Oh, jadi mereka.
This guy was wearing the dart like a fucking hat.
Iya sih. Rada susah sih.
He became a unicorn.
Line up. Benar. Di push sih soalnya tadi. Kalau nggak di push sih, ada chance untuk menang harusnya. Aduh sial banget. Line up-nya sudah masuk tuh satu. Line up si Sova kita. Oh bukan, itu ininya ya. Oh my god. Ternyata gue pikir shock dart. Oke. Nice try. Iya, nice try, Boom. Lagi bisa. Gue penasaran juga tadi sebenarnya kalau berhasil. Ternyata mereka niatnya benar-benar mau 2 line up ya. Rame banget katanya. Rame hole-nya. Dapat 1. Oke, dibales. Oke, ketek 1. Vulnerable nggak? Nggak vulnerable kayaknya. Bisa ngeplan loh. Dapat low plan ya.
Spike has been dropped down, and Victor's also just trying to.
Wah, kena trap.
Slowed.
Trademark. That's
Wih,
Oh.
nice banget Optic.
Slight readjustment of the movement.
What an outplay!
Wah, nggak masuk semua tuh Phantomnya.
It's a bottle. Guys looking around aimlessly.
Wah, nice try.
So many targets
Gila.
just coming his way.
Strategi
Oh,
attackingnya
positioning was just out of the
one round, one strategis, ngeri banget Boom Esport.
And this is many
Lagi.
rounds in a row now where Boom have
We
been
can
able
do
to
it,
get
we can do it, we
clamped
can do it,
down,
we
but
can
not
do it.
actually grab kills
I wonder,
or
did
space on
Famous
the map
have
with which to
any
play
chamber
post
bullets or
plants
no?
from. Optic
If he had
are
his
allowing
chamber
them in,
sheriff?
baiting them in, and then collapsing on them, and are able to get so much value. out of the
Buset, itu
I
kentut.
can't
round
see.
counts are up at the
Panjang
top.
I think he did.
4 out of 5 of the rounds in this half,
I think he
including
had
this
some shots.
won by retakes, and that's not anything special. I mean, apart from
Wah,
this,
ini bagus banget sih.
being able to outplay the trademark spawn in a slow field that you feed. But it's more to do with how smart the site actors are at being able to just back off and draw utility out of Boom, and then collapse back upon them.
Yeah, it's the clear difference maker right now.
Kalau lihat dari match ini sih, gua jadi berpikir kalau bersih itu match defender. Oh enggak loh. Main kalau gue sih mainnya lurking dan lane lurking itu ke minimal bisa dapat satu atau persekian.
Crashes through a recon dart at the bottom of hall, so he knows that these players are towards mid and B, but he misses his opportunity for an operator kill.
Wow, gila di TB-in loh.
At his feet, but still Victor left onto the high ground angle, and they are dealing with this one. It's that B split.
Wow, sayang sekali.
Is there?
Oh, sayang sekali. Oh, ketahuan.
Not to watch down every single point of contact.
Why is
Left alive though. He's only on 11 health with the bulldog.
Bisa.
Mark's going to be brought back to life as well.
I wonder why they're giving the Optic crashes right now?
Only a 1v4.
Yeah.
But this is a mountain of rounds that are starting to pile up on the back of Boom.
Ketahuan. Nice try.
Forces to swing out of place. Making moves out of
Aduh.
That
Eh,
is
bisa.
6 rounds in a row that Optic put together in this half.
It's out of their control.
It does appear to be that. And while Boom had a great game plan,
Aduh, ngasih satu ini lagi ya, ngasih satu run ya karena Iko ya.
a bit of a mid play to, add that extra layer in there. Now it's Boom that we need to see adjust. Once they get guns back in their hands next round, we need to see, once you get the spike plant down, do you have an extra
Let's go.
another little flash that you save to get yourself deeper into the site, or be able to retake that yellow position on A, or do you have a holes reflank? There's got to be an extra layer here. To their
Their
post-flank
crashes
game.
is still
They
upping.
can't just be sitting back and playing lineups. That's not good enough.
It's just far too static. Here we go, play
Oh, mid kah?
The null command popped off. Even the drone that gets info. Push them off of that angle as well. Holding on top of bricks, already taking the back of the side control. We'll see if there's that extra layer, a bit of spam back and forth. The Vandals positioning is known. Hunter's Fury cuts across there. Is there going to be sort of anything to capitalize? It's a lot of damage at the end
Holy
of the day.
shit.
And even the Viper's Pit,
They're just gonna save it.
space to lay that one down.
And I think that's the extra layer that they were really missing.
Menang. Dapat
From
satu run.
Blaze King that pushes forwards and
Thrifty ya?
attacks the Optic
Oh enggak ya,
players,
beli ya
giving
mereka ya.
them that space.
Harusnya
So
kalau
if
kalah
they're
jadi
playing
last
in that
last
same
buying,
position,
tapi
he's always
masih
been
bisa
in that
menang.
back yellow, but this time facing a Hunter's Fury right in his mouth.
Oke,
That
dia
does
gonna
make a
save.
difference because it creates more space for the Boom players to get set up, to be in their post plants and get the Viper's Pit down.
Enough of them surviving as well. They get to carry all of these guns into the next round. Very important for them. Critically as well, they finally get that round on the board.
I gotta say, I wasn't expecting Crashies to be using the operator in so many of these defensive rounds.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have too much of an impact in this one. It's more to do with the Sova on the other side of things. Look at how much that relieves the pressure from the rest of the people playing around Pyramid. Those retakers don't have anybody to work with. Ye loses his trader that might have helped him contest the Viper's Pit. It's just that nice extra layer that we were really looking for.
That was
Now the
large
operator's
dump.
been passed to Victor.
Yeah.
Thank you for the subs,
This is
everyone.
more regular.
Large dump of ultimates from Boom Esports into that last round. And you are right, Josh, they're trading around the operator, so Victor's going to be having it in his hands. That's just a pre-fire angle. They're watching for the dart or a knife that might have come up just over the edge.
Yeah, and actually you've got a double op setup too, with Ye working his tour de force by elbow. Neither of them on A though.
What is that?
It's going to be that standard
Wah gila, itu wall apa ya cok? Bisa dicoba tuh kayaknya.
Oh shit, what the fuck is happening?
Wah, 5-5 nya kena tuh. Recon bahaya banget itu barusan.
Oh my god, what's happening?
Oh my god.
How did he get 2 kills there? Just running rings around the Optic players.
Double op.
This is a
Saving
rough
lagi?
retake for Victor with the op.
Can you
At
even...
least Ye has the Vandal he can still work with. But for Victor with the Blade Storm already expended, this is going to be a tough one.
Yeah, this is a tough one.
Feels like Boom have found that extra little piece to the puzzle. The little bit of aggression that they need to stop the Optic players being comfortable in the retake.
Dapat tinggal satu, harusnya dapat sih. Wow, 1 untuk 1.
Oh, it's a start.
Wow, mati dong. Harusnya biarin dia mati sama shock dart. Harusnya. Cause that's gonna be cool.
And there's the aggression.
Nice
from
banget.
Toronto. And that's what you need to see. Somebody pushing past their post plant kind of stuff and harassing the players going for the retake.
Optic have had the first kill for 9 out of the last 10 rounds. Holy fuck. Another tech pause, dude, what?
See everything that's going on.
We have the complete information.
Flipside is only working with half of the info, and that's assuming they're coming well. But I think full credit.
Technical pause again. What is that? Technical pause gear or something?
Staring at another tech pause here. Seeing Hyper probably enter the building.
But this is a good start for Boom. You've got to worry in these kind of scenarios where, you know, 6 rounds in a row go off with a Boom just crumble. That's not been the case. No, they're still fighting.
I need like a footrest or something.
Smart adjustments.
To stretch out my legs.
Yeah, it's about, at this point, taking it 1 round at a time and making sure you stop that momentum in its tracks, because sometimes it does get away from you if you are an inexperienced team your first time on the global stage. Like it is for Boom Esports, for these guys. Made their way here, had to go through so much more.
Buset.
Showing out different footrests.
Kok masuk?
Cardboard box to my left. There's a
Kucing.
computer to my right.
Boom didn't expect to be the team that
Tapi ngapa masuk sini?
they said they didn't have high expectations.
Dia mau ngawain kucing.
Because their scrim results hadn't been very good. But once Boom got to the other end and they'd had time to integrate Famous really well on his loan, and they were looking at their bracket draw and they saw Optic as the first opponents, they were saying they were confident. They've seen Optic lose before to the APAC teams, and I think that fired them up. There's a difference between hope that has no logical underpinning to it and an actual belief because you've seen stuff happen before. Sure. It's the difference between just blind faith and knowing something deep in your gut. And I think that the Boom players, they really have come into this match knowing that Optic can be beaten and knowing that this is their best time to do it.
Just to keep you in the loop as well, just dealing with a bit of an audio issue on the side of Optic as well. Once we get that sorted, heading back into the action, I'm sure, momentarily. But I'm going to give a shout out, I think, as well. I mean, we haven't been seeing it as much. I think the latter rounds that we've been witnessing, honestly, have been Optic finding those first kill opportunities most of the time and selling a success. But Flipsider has come into this one with quite a lot of prep and good reads, I think. Especially on his initial half, I think, of reads. He always had a good read in terms of what Optic were doing. Reading where they might have been attacking with an ult command here and there, just kind of reading the state and the flow of the game, making sure that they had good decisions.
Yeah. One of the other players that you were talking about, Brent Famous, having good performances in the last couple of rounds too, being able to get involved more in the fighting and finding his opportunities to get impact.
Sama juga nih
From here,
technical pause
the
gear.
economy situation is such that there isn't a major swing round for at least another couple. And we're getting towards the end of the map here anyway. It's 10-10, right? So you could easily see a scenario where somebody's able to snowball much more off the ults than they are off the economy.
Thank you, Nana, or 1,000 bits. Do you use Diac on your monitor? If not, what do you think about it? I use it on, but I keep hearing a lot of people say it makes them way worse, but I barely notice any difference. So me, I barely notice a difference as well. I don't use it just because we don't use Zowie monitors on LAN.
Crashes with his Hunter's Fury to deny one of the plant positions can change the course of these rounds so much. But these tech pauses are certainly not going to be.
Do you have the Valorant Champions figure, Lepture? I don't have the Valiant Champion one. I just have a normal like all black like I don't know what the name is, but it's like the full black like leather one. I have that one, and then I have this Attack on Titan one. Sorry, I'm like zoning out. The tech pauses are suck. What kind of drinks do they serve at LANs? So those cups, we can either put water, or you could get like Red Bull or something.
Lama juga cok technical pause-nya. Gear siapa sih?
Thank you, Miko. Can you bring your own drinks in the cup? I think you can. I don't see an issue with it. I mean, because you can like, you're not on stage. Like you could put something in your fucking backpack and like pour it into the cup and then bring it on stage. Can coaches talk during tech pause? No, we're not even the players can talk actually. My dream car?
And the overall preparation work too. Boom,
Model X.
the earliest LCQ teams
Tesla.
qualified for the event. So, you know, we've been talking a little bit about the LCQ teams not having the same level of prep on maps like Pearl.
Kaide and I are actually we're getting a Model S in a few weeks.
But for Boom,
It's gonna be like delivered to us. But we got the Model S just because we're Shaz said you had a Bugatti. Yeah, Shaz is fucking lying. He's joking. Yeah, but
I was surprised it didn't come out, honestly.
because you don't have to drive exactly. That's exactly the reason. Plus the big screens and stuff. Really enticing.
I think it's just interesting that Pearl got floated by
Originally we were gonna get a Model 3, but then Kaide like sat in the Model S at the Tesla store, and she was like, "We need this one, Tyson." And I'm like, "All right." The Model S is like the more sports car one. The thing is, we don't have a need for like a bigger car yet, like an SUV or something like that. Or like I think the Model X, the way I see it, it's just like if you have like families or like if you're doing shit like going camping and stuff, then it's nice. But if you're just driving around the city, like getting from point A to point B, which is what Kaide and I do a lot, then I think just a car is good.
Innovating, being ahead of the meta, leading the meta.
Get the Cybertruck? Dude, that thing literally looks like the Warthog from fucking Halo.
No one loves. Sometimes it can be just figuring out a new map before everybody else manages.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the things that we should be
how long is this tech gonna go on?
I don't know, tense.
Did you have enough rest/sleep before starting the work?
Saya juga bertanya-tanya.
100%, yeah. I had way more than yesterday.
Indeed, I am the youngest mind here, without a doubt. But as you can see, guys, we're in a
thank you, Power Stories, for the tier 3.
Tech pause than usual. So,
and thank you, Rory, for the sub.
Kind of like just get an update on like where
I think
we are
it's
right now,
goddammit for the sub. Thank you, Sleeves, for the sub. Thank you, Brendan, for the sub. Thank you, Mila MC Flurry, for the sub.
Their defense was really clean.
Rube, thank you for the prime. Thank you, K Velta, for the sub.
Wah, sudah lama sekali.
For the 2 months.
Si apa?
And
Tense.
also thank you,
Enggak ini.
Matt.
Enggak.
Matt
Say thank you. Gua udah lama banget nggak denger. Biasanya tuh dulu setiap kayak
Thank you for the prime. Thank you,
dia
Devon, for the
pompe
sub
terus
also.
dia mati, dia nyebutin say,
And
dia ya
Deathring,
say thanks gitu
appreciate
untuk
the
for the
and Burrito
prime,
Slayer, thank you
for the
prime.
subscribe.
I love the conversation I have around Marv, I have around Yay, all
Thank
those
you.
kind
What
of
time do you think is
things.
Atau memang nggak ada ya
I
waktu
went
itu?
to bed at like okay,
Keep going.
I slept right after the watch party. So I slept right after the watch party, which like I think I woke up at like 5 p.m. So I got a small bit of sleep, and then I went back to bed at like 7, 8, and I slept until 1 a.m.
Sing gua tidur di
And
paha enak
then-
banget so.
making sure you hold on. And he's not necessarily that usual supportive site anchor. He
Yeah.
just happens to be there when the action kicks
I had a
off.
little bit of sleep.
He be jetting real good.
He be jetting good.
That's my soft
Sinka mana? Ya gak ada di sini.
Thank you, Levi, for
Mbak
the
Sinka ya
prime.
di
And thank you,
room
Pasta, for the
live-nya.
sub. Mr. Fake for the sub.
Lama, iya
Thank
lama
you,
banget,
Raiden
kenapa ya?
for the sub.
Kamu sini kan
Thank
live?
you, Cernov for the sub. And thank you,
Enggak,
just
Sinka nggak
MS69
live.
for the sub. And thank you, Chincy Val for the sub. XT, thank you for the sub. And thank you, Alpha Tech for the sub.
No doubt in my mind.
Enggak live.
Hey guys, Crashy's here from Optic Gaming, and I'm on the spot in Copenhagen.
Respect. Bro. Harus dong. Hashtag Indopride, hashtag hungry. Gue masak mie aja sampai kelar nunggu bos. Tunggu. Lu masak mie apa sih? Cepet banget. Masak mie itu lama loh.
Most likely to get lost in Copenhagen would probably be Victor, for sure. He would definitely get lost. Most likely to overheat, Marv. Marv is an overheater. He's just saucy, and when he's saucing, he just gets a little too saucy sometimes. Yep, too saucy.
Most likely to trash talk on stage.
Oh yeah, FNS is the biggest trash talker on our team for sure. Even on stage, FNS is, you know, even today in our exit series, he was yelling at them, and that's his thing, and it gets him fired up.
1 HP. Finesse on the other side, and no. Second! Kill me, bro! How are you missing that? Hello? You're 14! How are you missing that? 7
Gila toxic banget tauntingnya. Enggak toxic itu. Cuman maksudnya kayak
Me and Victor would get
okay boy gitu.
Together, be a cool tattoo. Most likely to take an ego challenge. Either me or Ye. Yeah, me or Ye would take an ego challenge.
Most likely to clap Shroud.
Clap Shroud. Ye for sure. Ye would clap Shroud. No doubt in my mind. Most likely to get tilted would maybe be me or FNS.
You've still got Crashies. 2 nice kills out from him to try to keep back the push on A. And he gets info to the third. As the fourth thought, yeah, I thought it was going to be there, and he does. He gets it through the shock dart.
Teammate most likely to be the center of attention would probably be Marv. He just starts dancing and just doing his thing. He's from Toronto, so he's a Toronto man. You know how they do it over there.
How did the Toronto men do it?
They just go crazy. They dance and do their thing. I don't know. Unique, very unique. Most likely to spend money on drip would be me, Marv, Victor, FNS. Yeah, the whole team almost. Most likely to sing in the shower, we'll throw FNS in there. He sounds like a singing man to me. He's singing Ed Sheeran for sure.
Something text me.
Sure.
Main nggak, no.
Most likely to spend money on gun skins would be Ye. I think he already has every skin in the game.
Yeah, he does. He literally bought every fucking. He bought every bundle.
Most likely to glass cannon and Odin, that'd be me. That is me.
Ya kita lihat TikTok siapa yang lagi live di TikTok.
Lose their Optic chain. This is a good
I'm
one.
following ya gue follow beberapa streamer
I go with Victor
Valorant.
again. I don't know how he would lose it, but
Followin. Oh, Ang lagi live
come off
juga.
his neck and he wouldn't know where it ended up. So I'd go with Victor.
Come
Thank you guys
on.
for watching. Thank you guys for supporting
bentar,
Optic as well.
bentar.
We'll keep doing our best to bring you guys the dubs, and thank you for hanging around and answering.
Lagi LGR gue yang ngerik.
I'd love to try and turn this one. Oh, what a reset.
Hey, is the match gonna start now?
Fabulous from Crashies. He's found it for his team. Finally, the round that they needed.
So, folks, we're still dealing with that tech pause.
God
You know,
fucking
I just
damn it.
gotta say real fast, though, most likely.
Oh, gue pikir ada
You
musik.
know, one New Yorker to another. Come on. Also,
Ini juga
most likely
cute.
to get Drip.
Aduh.
I wanna ask you guys this, man.
Itu crosser macam apa itu? Let's see.
Ngomong Yuruf.
Tahu gue dia plat 2 deh, atau dia diamond, atau di atas itu gue nggak tahu. Lucu.
That's that relationship drip right there, baby.
That's right. You got ice in the back. I can't compete. That's it.
I bought myself this chain. It was the
This
first
match
chain
is
I ever
or
bought
what?
myself.
No,
Aneh
you're
banget
right.
yang nonton.
Entire career, so I'm very happy that I managed to do that. Treat yourself, fools. Anyway, guys, speaking of treating yourself, let's treat ourselves some more. Brennan Sideshow, fellas, take it away.
Let's get back to it then.
Wait.
We will be getting into game moment.
Oh, fuck yeah.
10-10 is the score line. Obviously, a bit
Oh,
of a
akhirnya.
pause and
Wait,
the
what?
other end of it here for Optic.
Yeah, we get an opportunity to see how these teams are gonna perform after that little bit of a break? A mental reset, perhaps? Because you had that 6-round streak from Optic, and then Boom was starting to reply. Now let's check it out. Boom were going for a bit of aggression in their post plan, and Optic had yet to deal with that. But like I talked about, crashes with the Hunter's Fury.
Thank you for all the subs, everyone. Thank you, thank you.
Bisa you, boom, 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 boom. Let's go, boom.
A bit of a setup, the play being made there. There's going to be a flash down across the ground, even a knife being used, and that Viper's pit over towards the main choke point. So locking up.
Wait, who's using the Xeno Hunter Phantom?
I mean, look at how far Victor has pushed all the way into the bottom of mid.
Yeah, they've got tons of information right now. Viper's pit locked on B, they have
All clear gitu tuh.
and 2 players stacked on A. And it's that deadly duo of Ye and Marv.
Dude, that skin is awful.
In theory, it should set him up quite
That
nicely.
skin is literally pay to lose.
Wow, wah salah tuh line up-nya barusan. Wah. Wow, nice, 1 untuk 1, that's okay. Oh my god, he got 2 from Boom.
And it supplements it one after the other. The Optic Gaming guys, these players
Ketahuan
finding countless opportunities, more than ready for the push that was coming their way.
Hey, oh shit, man. Nice try, Boom. That's okay. Bisa.
With that flash, did it go shallow?
A good opportunity to push mid and grab all of that early round info, but also the ultimate's coming through huge. FNS doesn't have to worry about the B site particularly because of his ult.
Ini sih.
Oh, we went too far over him.
Check corner, guys. Oh, bener jadi check corner. Walaupun lu bisa ngeflick secepat mungkin dengan sensi lu, tetap check corner. Karena itu berbahaya kalau nggak dicek. Parah. Bahaya. Lu ngintip cetek gitu kan, ngeflick dikit cetek kosong gitu kan. At least lu udah ngecek gitu.
Does the Xeno Hunter skin, like when you're looking at the map on the gun, does it update depending on like what you see?
That should make him think twice at least.
Dapat nggak nih yang limit nih? Oke, salah ngepas.
Information really being given up, and no one holding towards the B side of the map means that okay, they have to be cautious of the push that comes through.
Little fake.
Yeah, the drone to try and fake that this could be the A push, but the spike is going in a complete.
Tuh udah ketahuan tuh. 3A.
This is risky though.
Unfortunately, the drone got cancelled so early that the Boom guys are not ready.
Langsung mundur tuh chamber ya. Aku mundur ya. Oke. Yang penting jangan sampai mati. Lu cari informasi aja. Woi, cek cok. What the heck. Oke, 1 untuk 1. 1 city ketahuan. Nice one. Nice. So kita masih di A. Dia nggak cancel 1 untuk rotate. Dapat sih harusnya nih. Boom Esport harusnya dapat sih. Lihatnya dapat 1. Oh my god, timing.
Viper just needs to not take a fight. Viper just stay alive. Oh my god, he hit.
Ya botol. Nice one. Teh botol. Wah, I need replay. Teh botol tuh selalu nggak ke expected gitu loh ketika dia bunuh seorang. Oh my god, nice one Teh botol. Apa jangan-jangan dia nembusin Sova tadi ya? Gue ngeliat lagi notifnya. Gue ngeliat 2 orang doang. Let's see replay.
Yeah, these are double gun round.
Replay. Come on. Nah. Ini kan dapat nih 1. Oke, Blazing dapat. Oh, nembus cok. Iya, gue baru lihat tuh. Nice one. Ya, 11. Buset itu orang lagi itu kucing bawaannya mau kawin mulu cok. Oke.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Vic's making a big play right now. Unless Jet catches him right here.
Oh, sayang sekali. Aimanda masih kalah.
That might be match point for them.
Gila, gue berasa main juga karena gue harus lihat minimap juga.
For Boom, they can smell the opportunity, but they're not rushing things. Just gathering up, making sure that they get.
Tuh si Optic nggak mau kecolongan lagi tuh. Apa si KO-nya ditahan. Wah, berapa kali lo Berserk nggak ngecek kiri kanan tuh. Gak bohong gua. Dia masuk aja gitu. Masuk untuk mati ibaratnya.
I mean, Marvs can win this if they're unaware to. Oh no, they're not going to be unaware to it.
Ya, harusnya dapet situ. Jangan TP ya. Literally jangan TP. TP mati. Tahu nggak bunyi sih, itu jauh sih jaraknya. Trap oke ketahuan. Oh mau save operator ya. Berari gila save operator 11-11 riskan banget ya. Apakah mereka miskin? Next round 700 sisa 100 1400 iya sih harusnya miskin sih. Ini kemungkinan besar Boom bakal dapat next round dan win. Let's go. Will be win Boom. Ini loh, aduh berapa kali Berserk maju doang gitu, nggak ada cek kiri kanan setelah masuk tuh. Heran juga gue.
I'm pretty sure Boom probably picked it then.
They're just not allowing themselves to make mistakes, and now they get onto
Yeah.
map point. Can they avoid Optic from taking this to overtime?
Ini baru map 1 loh, Cok. Map 1 1 jam setengah, ngeribet, Cok. Ini ketahuan gak sih sebenarnya ini?
Oh my god, top left tells you picks? I didn't even know that. How did I just realize that now? Thank you. I'm literally, I'm just not looking for it probably. Omega lol.
Omega lol. Gila, apa ini main time kah? Biar nggak kecolongan. Apa yang sabar dia menang, itu aja nih kayaknya.
Holy fuck, this round is so slow.
Oh my god, that's so fucking fast.
Oh fuck. Wait.
Ini ditabrak kah nih?
This might be a losing round right here. I think Optic brings it OT. Unless Jet gets some insane entry right here with the knives.
Masuk semua. Dedeng. Wah, sumpah Berserk lah lagi-lagi ya. Sumpah ya Berserk nggak ngecek kiri kanan, bener-bener nggak ngecek, Cok, demi apapun. Oh my god. Bener-bener OT dong. Nggak tahu ya, Cok, kenapanya tuh nggak tahu ya gue.
Oh my god, he fucked up the flash.
Berserk.
No, dude, they can't like they fucked themselves so hard by
Kelihatan banget, Cok, 2 round, 3
okay, they
round.
just waited outside A main.
Nggak tahu ya, memang itu disengaja atau enggak, tapi
and then
oke lah, yang terakhir mungkin
when they
kena ini, kena
they're trying
slownya
to burst out
Chamber.
after time is so low, and they didn't commit off it. They tried to run back, but at that point, you're gonna get like fucked over by someone. Like they got fucked over by
Overtime
a
boy.
right there.
Overtime boy. Padahal Berserk tuh aimnya keras banget loh. Come on.
Optic are now on the attack side, and one of the big themes, again, I'm going to reiterate, from Boom's defense, was that Boom were pushing cave. And sure, they had a couple of rounds where they mixed it up, but if I'm FNS thinking about how
There's no fan defense? Not until playoffs.
I'd either be going for a quick lead.
Bagus banget.
Kata gue mah mending kita semangatin dulu sebagai player ke-6.
Muka delete. Ayo bisa. Gue juga kayak apa ya? Greget gitu loh. Greget gue. Udah lagu juga ya. Greget banget gue lihat Berserk. Polos banget cok, maju 2 round 3 round gue lihat.
I don't understand why for Boom's like name at the top, if it can be 4 characters, why don't they just do Boom? Why is it Beamy?
Boom Esport.
It was kind of like when Loud had fucking LLL instead of just Loud.
Manjat lagi. Bangun tidur manjat lagi. Kenapa manjat bener? Nanya. No. Stay there.
Sports.
I think Optic were hoping for a bit of prior conditioning with this one. When they've done this typically, it has been that mid.
Like technically, Optic's name is like Optic Gaming, correct? So in that aspect, why isn't it fucking like OPTG or some shit?
Realize that they're this deep.
And it comes down to this opening engagement, this first fight. Tabottle is being pressured so heavily. Pressed as well, but that dart as well, it broke the crosshair placement and nobody is watching for it. A flash over the forwards and that backside control was trying to be taken. What? A flick of the wrist. The 1-2 combo. Tabottle will not be removed from his perch.
What an awesome round from the A side anchor. Finding that opportunity to
delete.
the recon dart and caught Finesse completely unaware.
Oleh Tempo tuh dipancing biar masuk ke dalam set dan ketika sudah mendengar sound cue toxic screen ini dinaikin lagi. Tempo tuh hampir saja tapi sayangnya Jiro punya bot tapi ke distract kemudian jadi komplit. Tempo tuh dengan double kill. Tracking memang berjalan.
Oh my god, seru banget.
Aggressively slammed paper.
Seru banget lihat mereka rame banget. Indonesia orkestra rame banget. Aduh.
Corrections need to be made as they head over to the side that they have been weaker at, honestly, over the course of this map.
That's definitely true. And that's the opposite way. You heard Jess talk about it earlier, that Optic are usually formatted. But to be honest, a lot of that just comes down to the team that you're playing against as well. Boom are going to take a timeout, discuss things with Meow, their coach, see what approach they want. I think they had a decent idea in a lot of these rounds, but
I'm just raising my desk a little bit.
Round of regulation, that round 24, they were just too static. They took a whole minute before they did anything on the mat. I don't think that's going to be a good approach for them. At that point, you're just begging.
Let's go.
They're a bit too good for that.
A bit too much caution.
I'd like to see Boom try and take at least one area of the map proactively, whether that's shop or whether that's halls. Elbow. They need some piece of control of the map before they pump the brakes. Well,
2 kali NOT gila.
Can the other team talk when the opposing team calls timeout? Yes. Yes, you can.
3 of the Optic players are going to be watching and holding these angles, including Victor, who's
the
operator.
That's not the lineup.
A whiff, yeah, that's not the lineup you were looking for. That's trying to block off the bottom section of halls, but that messing up, it does remove one of the avenues that you would otherwise be threatening from, and that knife is beautiful. 3 targets suppressed.
Yeah, that finds all the important people. The Viper is there, so the wall can't go up. No drone potential.
Timing what?
Tip of the spear is there, so it's not a fake.
Wow. Ya, cok, nggak ada ngeliat situ sama sekali kah? Come on, bro. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Full blind. And the rest of Boom.
Wow, saling whiff. Oh my god. Okay, OT. Again, OT. OT, OT. Again and again.
Misses, but he's working with only 100 health. Not ideal weapon for the clutch.
Oh, nice. Try, nice try.
I don't know if Boom will be able to close down that attack. I think Optic. Yeah, I agree. Optic probably 15-3, the 15-13 here.
Ini loh, oh bener-bener 4-4 itu nggak ada yang ngelihat ke situ tuh, nggak paham ya gue.
I feel like it's just not, it's not good for them to just what's it called? They keep trying to slam A, but they keep trying to like do no util like walk A. And you're playing against a Jet Chamber, they're gonna have a fucking op.
Already beginning, so the Optic players again going for that same dump of utility. This is going to be signaling that they are going to be trying to at least take that control. They have been mixing it up enough to create that uncertainty. Boom are not going to be too aware of what's happening. In fact, look at this now, contacting up through into this.
Ayo, Tens prediksi bahwa Optic yang menang 15-14. But we don't know about that. Gila, Teh Botol lagi on fire banget, Cok. Asal dia nggak kecolong aja, menang, Cok. Teh Botol 1 lawan 1. 1 lawan 2 juga diladenin sama dia.
Optic think twice about this one. That shot, recon dart getting broken late. That's going to be revealing a lot of the positioning, but the spike is right out into the open, and still Optic getting these kills one after the other. Drops down right to the side of yellow. The door opening.
Oh my god, bisa ke.
Oh my god.
That's Optic salvaging the situation, salvaging the round.
Waduh, harus muter otak sih ini. Oh my god.
He's done such a good job in these rounds. 28 and 20, and he does an incredible job again at stopping that contact push through mid.
Yeah, that's probably a GG.
Gorgeously orchestrated by FNS, I think. With him and
Boom looked really good on defense, but I'd say like their attack seems.
Nice try, Boom. Let's go. Balikin. Wall itu, wall yang kayak gitu tadi bisa gua pakai sih.
I'll do it when the playoff bracket gets released.
Over again, battling against that repeated map point. Look at the disrespect here. Yay. It's pressed up from the knife, still holds down the angle, making sure he doesn't give up any of this defensive positioning.
Yeah, crucially, the 0 point for Flipside, it doesn't actually tell you
like
which elevation Yay is on. So
the way they're playing right now, Marv is getting all this info, and they're just like sitting here. They're gonna sit here, and then after timer gets low, they're just going to slam B.
To stop any cave push or holes push, and Marv has really good info right now.
Capitalized.
Yeah,
so deep in halls, and he's going to be giving all sorts of information. He's not hearing a thing at this point.
No, and that's why there's 3 players on B.
Lihat ya, bersek. Nah, kalau arahnya rada ke situ kan lebih enak bro, gua ya lihatnya. Lebih kayak ya itu maksudnya, nggak lurus-lurus aja lu maksudnya. Saya botol dapat 2 bisa sih ini harusnya ya. Kan
they know that Crashies is here.
Nice one. Gila, Teh Botol jago banget, Cok, sumpah. Nice banget Teh Botol. Nice one. Let's go. Ayo kita lihat delete.
That should have been GG right there.
Gua yang penting gua udah lihat duluan.
Was that a 3v5 or a 2v5?
Dari arah backside terpancing melakukan
So Bottle is farming.
satu kill. Masalahnya masih ada Crashy di sini. Crashy bakal nge-pick video. Oh, kan dia begitu Teh Botol tiba-tiba saja. Situasi berbalik. 1 melawan 2 sekarang Marv. Tersisa seorang diri saja. Viper Speed dibuka Marv.
Masa iya kan review?
No.
I say what the fuck?
Sakit. Kucing gue sampai kebangun.
And it's our 3rd OT. We're going back into it. I mean, we're 10 seconds in already.
Wait, what?
Thankfully, is slowed down a little bit. But Boomer already pushing cave. This is what they were doing during their defense in regulation. There's a very passive trademark position here from Ye, as the rest of Optic have
Backside
taken
hold
mid.
was wrong. Wasn't that bad.
Do they know? Do they expect?
Wow, gila, jambul doang ditembak langsung, Cok. Jambul doang. Udah dikepung. Udah nge-push ya.
But look at where FNS is pre-aiming. It's not anywhere near
Wait,
where Tebatol is.
wait, what the fuck? Wait, they're on defense. Sabottle's right here.
And across their placement, the patience.
Oke. Gila Tebotol. Gak tahu
Why
dia gimana cara.
looking at him? Get up into this
Itu
position.
timing sih pasti. Timing sih, ayo pelan, santai, jangan sampai kepik. Kalau kepik lu mati. Just that, bro.
That mentality is exactly what Boom need.
Aduh, Tebotol nggak apa-apa, lu udah dapat 2, udah bagus.
Salvage this in a similar way as Boom did prior.
Oh my god. Wah, sama-sama dapat 2 dong. Oh my god, nice one. Finally, yo 3 lawan 2. Bisa. Give saja 1, 2 lawan 2 masih bisa. Oh, jangan kepik. Jangan main lari-larian. Aduh, bro.
I don't understand what's happening. It's like they should be they're losing rounds that they should be winning, but then they're winning rounds that they
Bener,
shouldn't be
gue setuju banget sama
On
Ten.
both
Gak ngerti gue anjir. Gak ngerti gue anjir.
Tebatol does so well to set them up into a 5v3.
Gak ngerti gue anjir. Harusnya menang, Cok. Literally menang. Sumpah, Tebotol berat banget nih harusnya punggungnya. Shit, man. What the hell is that? What the heck? My god. Gue udah seneng banget.
Oh,
Tinggal
they're gonna walk
nahan aja,
into Ye's
tahan. Pick pelan-pelan.
Guaranteed they're gonna walk into Ye's op. Ye's. Oh. He doesn't TP?
Pressure. The suppression has to be the trade, and it is there. He couldn't vacate the premises. Dash over the top. Taking control now, top yellow. Where's the rest of his team to support? There is the trade online, but the kills are even across the board, and they did not
Okay, so
expect
3v2. So that means Optic should win this one.
Trades have been good here, and Victor's Cloudburst and Famous
So it's a 3v1. So Austin wins this somehow.
able to deal with the flank. It's all down to Crashies. He worked magic in the previous
Oke. Anjir, 15-15, Cok.
Never mind.
Gak ngerti gua anjir. Ini mereka memang mau buat rekor apa gimana overtime-nya?
I'm jinxing everything.
Listen, there's a universe where I would have been like, actually, Josh, I do believe you.
Yeah, the
I
crazy
think they'll
thing is
draw.
we have seen
Honestly, at this point, it might be the play.
in the past, but every
Bilang
time
4
you
kali
see it,
overtime.
it feels like something bizarre is occurring.
And it is certainly bizarre.
But Boom, and specifically Tebatol, is doing incredibly here.
He's doing the most.
Can he get another big round?
Buset, di spam banget, Cok. Bener-bener di spam.
What is this?
Unloading the ammunition.
Mampus.
What the fuck
Dapet.
is this play?
Bodo amat.
It works.
This is one of the
Yeah,
first
that's
times
works.
FNS has used his ult like that as well. Usually it goes down on double doors.
Oh, dibiarin plan A, udah plan A. Dapat dagang 1 lumayan.
They're so fast to take
Eh,
the space.
itu senjata.
Working their way through. And look at that. The drone cuts up one of the
Wait, did you not see Mars barrel out there?
Oh my god. Gak apa-apa. Di ramen masih bisa gitu. Mungkin deg-degan. Nice one. Menang
What the
sih.
fuck is happening?
Menang. Ayo, bisa menang. Nice one. Oh my god. Oh, bisa. Ya ampun. Allah.
I see a car pull into our driveway.
But they make it here again. This time, they need to get over that finish line. They haven't done too many times at this point. They did well to deal
Padahal dia ngeliat loh
Dude, he was
harusnya.
literally looking at Mars barrel.
Harusnya kelihatan sih muncul senjatanya.
And someone swings at the exact same time. That level of coordination is really impressive from Boom. And a lot of the time it's Blaze King's util.
Ini bisa.
That's got themselves into a funky position by flanking.
All right, what are we thinking on this round? Boom closes that out. Are we going to 20 OTs?
Taking duels, taking fights.
Tech pause. God fucking damn it.
Ya kan. Ini saya
Abisin tuh gila komennya. Abisin
Kalau nggak dia bisa
Ikuzo.
dapetin ketiga.
I don't know why Berserk lagi kenapa. Kayak mungkin demam panggung atau apa, nggak paham juga. But ayo, kali ini gue berharap banget 55 tiba-tiba powerful. Let's go, let's go.
Boom are not a bad team. I mean, with them playing in APAC, they actually have some really nice game plans and ideas. I think they're playing up to the stage right now as well. The competition is just so fierce here. FNS knew it too. He was in a press conference after they had, you know, finished third of Copenhagen.
Lebo tuh caur sekut bet, alas ya boy.
Alas ya boy.
Mainkan Demon beda bang.
I would believe
Beda
it.
game, kenapa ya? Tebo tuh gacor bet asli. Asli. Bani. I see you, Ban. Ih.
I'm gonna go piss real quick because this is taking forever.
Who was going to be taking the APAC last chance qualifier to actually represent APAC as that third team?
And you know, APAC has been on the come up this year.
Ini berapa lama lagi nih technical pause-nya nih? Really? My god. Let's go bro. Buset, ada 5 orang nonton doang, nggak komen. Main guys. Nggak apa-apa lah, liatin gue excited dan perubahan muka gue ya kalau kalah dan menang ya anjir. Ini aduh, gak ngerti cok. Ayo bersek. I hope you can help your team after this. Yo, bisa. Aduh, tension belum balik ya. It's okay.
Another opportunity for Boom to be able to put this one away. Do they have what it takes?
Okay, we got one.
Another time that Crashies gets knocked out of his drone. It's happened frequently on attack and defense. Although that one wasn't a reaction from Flipsider, just based on what Crashies has been doing in the prior rounds.
Untung aja berseks, jangan first kill mulu, maksudnya first death mulu dong. Let's go. Aim lu tuh keras banget. Harusnya lu bisa mendominasi. Let's go. Yang double door jangan mati. Nice one. Wih gila teh botol. Wop. Satu untuk dua kah? Hit. Nice banget. Shit. Kedapetan coba, udah bagus ya. Marah Tensei cok.
When did it start?
Oh my god. Kecil kah? Shit man. Let's go bro. Kenapa harus? Anjir, kenapa cok? Ini sulit banget kah untuk jadi defender? Ini baru map pertama bro, belum. Ini udah jam berapa cok? 12. Let's go. Ya kalian di sana siang, di sini malam bro. Untung tadi Berserk gerakannya udah nice banget sih. Dia ngerasa dia ditembak langsung ngedash. Nice. Nice one.
Optic go back to mid control. The fifth section of OT rounds that we're witnessing in this map.
Ini kayaknya bakalan main cepat si Optic.
I think they know it's a fake. Oh.
Wow. Gila Bani.
Very nice drone usage from Blaze King. Once Victor gets tagged there, there's nowhere safe for him to be able to hold. And that is going to be difficult for Optic. In these rounds where Victor dies early, it feels like
Test. Nice trade. Love you Berserk. Nice one.
What the fuck is happening?
Easy for defense. Ya, kita udah tahu terakhir di mana. Potong dari mid si Bani pasti. Ke kiri dia pasti. Nahan nih.
Something has to give here, Brent.
Kontak Bani kah? Oke, nice one. Ayo bisa. Udah ini harus menang, jangan OT lagi anjir. Jangan OT lagi, jangan
Is
OT
this a
lagi.
simulation?
Look how nice this drone is. Blazekin comes out, grabs the tag here, and no matter where Victor stands, obviously hearing
Oh, tidak menyanyikan kesempatan untuk ngepick selagi masih kedetect.
it's quite difficult there once you Victor just kind of dancing around and trying to stay
Let's
alive.
go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
It's been such a tough map for FNS. I mean, he's 9 and 23, but so many of his deaths have just been he doesn't quite know where someone's going to peek from or gets caught with a piece of utility that he's killing.
What will be the
Gila dimajuin, bro.
aggressive play for mid control? Victor's set up on that angle with the operator.
They have double
Tries
up.
to help him out there, and boom, decided to take things a bit more slowly once more.
It's a double up defense, and Ye's going to be the first one that they meet.
Bersek.
Downwards, that's a cloudburst.
Oh, he can't TP.
Nggak bisa TP. Ketahuan mati.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Nice one kali ini
Okay,
harus menang.
if Crashies gets like 7
Nice one Bersek. I love you. Nice one Bersek. Itu dia, so OT itu harus panas harusnya. Harusnya udah panas. Let's go, let's go.
Okay, I'm looking at FNS's skin right now to see
Menang
if
sih
it
harusnya
like.
ini. Wow.
Oh, he dinked him.
Nice one.
he
Oh, GG.
Holy shit.
Finally. Kayak kita lihat delete. Ini senang banget sih dia nih. Dia senang banget sih pasti.
Wah, ketek semua.
That's why. Kan mereka juga ngerasakan pasti Berserk tuh jadi OP kan di overtime. Nice one. Wah ini sih. Keding.
Please Berserk.
Nice one. GG.
Oh dang.
Oh my god, ini map pertama loh padahal, Cok.
Nice.
Nice boy.
This is it, guys.
Nice boy.
Optic currently look like the best team in the world.
Menang.
So,
Esport menang.
attempting
Esport
to upset
menang.
on Bind is a whole
Ngantuk.
different
Dia
beast.
ngantuk.
But I've got to say, they're making a bit of a believer out of me. This Optic slow start narrative is coming true to some degree again, but I still feel at the end of this map they woke up. We got some big performances,
Oke.
some big rounds.
Karena gue tahu ini bakalan kayak 10 menit lebih, kita berganti ke deathmatch. Gue mau deathmatch dulu. Iya nggak sih? Yoi bro. Let's doing deathmatch. Pusing gue mau kemana ini? Mau turun kah?
Match found.
Let's go. My god, bro. Nice game. Buset, langsung manjat tuh kucing. Dia nyari tempat anget, bro. Jangan gua kemanasan, that's why. Dia nggak mau turun. Kok IG dong, Kak? Ya ampun. Di chatnya delete. Dia minta IG delete, ya delete lah. Ya memang rada bingung sih tadi. Delete. Oh my god, bro. So hot in this game, gila. Nobarr nggak. Nggak bisa tadi. Gue chat sama temen gue. Dia bilang kenapa 10-10-nya lama banget. Ini.
Dominating.
Gue bilang aja baterai mouse-nya habis lagi. Yes.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them. Fight. Embarrass them.
Ih, kenapanya Omen lagi. Ini kan sakit. Ini Wah, 55 doang. Gua udah lama nih nggak deathmatch singularity. Maksudnya share doang. 55 lagi ya guys ya. Shit, 100 doang bro. Oh shit, sakit. Enggak bisa cok, gue belum terbiasa di pro deathmatch untuk ini doang. Sakit banget cok, sage. Kenapa gue selalu ketemu Omen dan Sage? Oke, Sage lagi nih. What the hell? Woi, gue udah mati sama dia 5 atau 6 kali. Tuh, Omen lagi. Belakang gue juga ada nih. Sage juga. Apa ini, cok? Gak pernah ketemu yang lain aing mah. 412 cakep Gi. Nice banget deathmatch lo. Gak mau naik lagi. Siapa yang bunuh lo? Sumpah Sage. I see you Sage. I see you, I really see you, Sage. Wah, sakit banget sakit. Ya, dia ke kanan lagi. Oh shit. Sage. Why? Gue mati sama lu 10 kali kah? Finally, aman.
Adios.
Oh shit. Again, Sage lagi. Nggak ada musuh lain kah gue selain Sage? Mati mulu gue sama Sage. Mati nih gue dari atas. Ya, disampain.
Pathetic.
Sabang Dor. Oh, nice try Gi. Ini Sage lagi nih. Oh, enggak, Omen. Aduh, sakit juga sih Omen. Sage dan Omen membuat diriku kena mental. Dikira gue udah mati ya. Gue sering juga tuh kayak gitu. Dari atas juga ada nih. Shit man. Gila gue ngecek atas timing banget.
10 kills remaining. Enough. Finished.
Tolong gua. Come to me, bro. Wah, di situ sedikit ada titik yang menguntungkan bagi di bawah ya. Di backside itu menurutku. Mati lagi nih. Nungguin.
5 kills remaining.
Gila Sage-nya tuh. On fire. Ada nih. Come. Kanan gue juga ada, kiri gue ada. Gue di mana nih? Haha. Satu-satu mas bro. What? Main gue busuk sekali. Oh my god. Ini belakang gua ada nih. Belakang gua tiba-tiba kosong. Gua di gangbang. 24/30. Oh, nice one nih. Artinya 30.
What a great start for Famous. Really
Pada
showed
ini
what
guys.
was being said in that interview with Brennan Josh earlier about needing a player that was just aggressive in their face. And yeah, Ryan, I really do think Famous has certainly fit that bill for this Boom Esports lineup.
And he's still just a stand-in for this team. Like, I think if you're Boom, the contract is pretty much on the way in. Like,
wait, he's a stand-in?
It's been such a difference, and especially at LAN, just seeing players like him and Tabottle, like, we've not really been able to see them perform on a stage like this, but they've absolutely risen.
Buset.
It is one of those cases where Optic, we've sort of seen this before, it's common occurrence that they lose that first series, but the Breeze is the big question mark, because we didn't see that much of Optic's Breeze at Copenhagen, but Bind, well, that's a different story entirely.
If they lose, but I've already said if they win Breeze, they're in the series. They needed to win Breeze. You've already alluded to it before.
But
if they win Bind, you already heard. Well, not only do they win the series, but that for me is
ini tasih bukan.
insane
Oh,
statement. That is something that the
temannya
cast has
Tashi.
brought up before. Brennan Sideshow,
I think
they said
Sadliner for the sub.
Bind is the
And thank you,
kingdom of
Nat
Optic,
Suck
one of the
for the
best
sub.
Bind teams
Thank you,
in the world.
Metric as
You
Watch for the
win
sub.
against
Thank you,
one of the
Hawks
most
for the sub.
formidable opponents
Thank you,
you
Backy
got
for the
against
sub.
one of
Thank
the best
you,
out.
Wagamer for the sub. Quack for the sub.
As it's been owned by
Appreciate it all.
we look at Fnatic, sure, we look at teams like obviously Ascend, the win streak that they went on to get to win champions last year. Like, this isn't a map that you can rely on to hold on to consistently. But saying that, when you have Ye on that chamber, when you have those kind of performances, Victor's still looking strong even on a Jet. He's now
masih live loh, Cindy.
gonna look better, and it's just been mediocre, I think. Like a couple of series losses in LCQ for Boom. One I think was against Bleed. So it's that you look at map in comparison to Boom. It's again night and day.
Very true, very true. But you know, one thing that wasn't night and day was the emotions. I think everyone was very much feeling the pressure in this moment. There was happy moments, there were sad moments. There were a lot of screaming, a lot of let's goes as these players just went through war.
I'll be right back again.
And Ryan, you know,
I'm gonna go say hello to Kaide.
every single time they get that big win, it's like, yes, we did it.
The match should be starting like in 5 minutes, I think. I'll be back by
The
then.
thing about playing on a stage like this is when those highs are high, if you keep those emotions not in check, it makes those heartbreaking losses hurt you more, which is why it's so good that Boom were able to still pull this through with some of the howler rounds that they lost in overtime, and even like round
Berjalan dan
30 seconds
membawamu.
left for Optic to be. Boom themselves and Optic were given a lead in. So the fact that Boom
Kayaknya sama Reina terlalu sering ngobrol sama JP
that
member.
overtime and still come out on top. This is a team that I'm glad that we get to see them, because I wish that we saw them sooner on the stage. It suit them.
In the worst case scenarios, you already alluded to right, went to overtime and gave Boom so many rounds to work out the kinks in how their strategy would work against Optic. That is a worst case scenario for Optic, because going into Bind now, they were undefeated at their last LAN event on
Terus sama aja ngomong JP ya.
13-6. Are they about to let that record go? Surely
No, but map 2 is about to begin.
Anjir lucu banget lah. Sesama JP, sesama ID ngomong JP, iya sih. Ngapain kalian sama-sama Indonesia ngomong Jepang? Kayaknya jangan suka-suka berinteraksi sama orang. Maksudnya member Jepang. My God.
It's going to be likely Chamber versus Fade, and then the different controllers, as you mentioned. Blaze King could get a lot of information. He was also really good on the silver with the assists that he got, but the secondary entry is really important to highlight for Blaze King, because it is Boom attacking first.
Tense mana nyapa ini? Oh, ini kayak dia pulang ya.
Attack first, get comfortable, and then go into halftime on that defense, and hopefully you can do the damage there.
I've already pointed out, you know, the Jet diff on Breeze, but we're coming to the
please.
Victor going on to the race. I want to remind everyone that when
Gue pengen nonton Fire X juga sih sebenarnya. Nggak tahu nih. Tahun jadi streamer yang panjang.
Of course, he was maining Raze at the time. So for him to come on to a map where he's going to be on a very big comfort agent for himself, Victor is going to have to not only step up like he did on Breeze, but he's going to have to maybe do a bit of a step further.
Buset, Kayla masih live, bro.
Win could addition, I think, for Optic is Crashies. Sure. Like his Sky, it's so proactive. He's the only initiator on his team in comparison to the Sky and the Fade on the side of Boom. He's going to be the one that's pushing around to get information to support his team. And it just
Rini aja ya, Rini aja itu udah off ya. Mereka kan niat grinding berdua kan, grinding berdua.
Well, this is it, folks. Map 2, Bind.
Wah,
This is
wah, wah,
Optic's
wah, wah, dia.
playground, but Boom have a great opportunity here to really
Ada nggak mereka ketemu ujung-ujungnya?
Probably like, you
Kan
know.
kayaknya tadi masih di hutan. Kamu nggak? Oh ini ke IN server kalau ada
And there was like the trap.
Mancing kok. Grinding apa? Mending kah?
No, Ina.
Oh my god, wow, wow, wow. Oh dia baca. Bentar, I'm gonna mute this.
It's just tedious. Drinking coffee. Yeah.
Oh Vergura.
Today I'm going. No. This one. September 2020 months since Ina and Marin had become lovers. Marin, Ina tentacles.
Udah amat. Si, gue udah bilang soalnya mereka.
Thank you, Sally.
Ya udah. Udah mulai cok. Oh mapnya main cok.
Oh yeah, got two.
Wow. Iya sih, Optic selalu menang di pistol round. On me. Nice one. Optic selalu menang sih di ini. Di pistol round. I don't know why.
Just don't bother about buying Headhunter bullets at all. Yeah, we've actually seen a bunch of different chambers trying this out after the economy changes, and Yay, as part of this big quad push, was able to do so much work on this pistol round. Yeah. And that's unfortunate because Boom would love to get one of those under their belt.
I think this is honestly, you're going to see like that pistol round with the quad push. There's no players waiting around there. This was kind of talking about a composition. Ryan was mentioning it, you know, the Fade versus the chamber. You don't have.
Wall apa ini, cok? Oh, mereka mau ngabisin yang ini dulu kah? Oh. 4. Iska with Marshall.
He has his tour de force, like if he dies or if he gets this kill. So that's pretty good for a bonus round.
That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not too bad.
And I mean, he's having a work.
Whoa. Gagal ace.
Honestly, wait, how much money did that guy waste there? That was 8 bullets.
You should have let Yay die.
8 bullet. Miskin kah dia ya?
I mean, Yay could easily play over a B long and get that ult online, but yeah, Yay was able to get 4 kills on the pistol, and then you want to put a player like this in position to
1200, holy fuck, that was expensive.
1200.
Big difference. If you actually can get it up for the bonus, that's devastating to work against.
1200.
It looks like 5 seconds left on the timer, and he's not in position just yet to play for the orb. He's just running over there right now.
It's going to be a snake bite at his feet, though, if he wants to try and play for this one.
Yeah, and he's not going for it aggressively.
Trailblazer, okay. Pull into this one just in case there is somebody at a slight off angle.
Oh, Dog and Prowler? Same time.
Chucked into B long. Prowler, the Trailblazer on top of it. Now their own comes through. Crashies.
What in the shit show is happening right now?
It's a heavy presence on that attack side.
Both of these teams are going to have the same approach to the defense. Heavy fighting over B long. Boom have double initiator with which to play both ends of the map. Optic don't particularly. They have to focus on one part that they fight heavily over, and you can see with Crashies Yay over here. They want to deny control of this crucial extremity. Yay only has a Marshall. This is only a Marshall.
Mampus di spam.
Oh my goodness.
And he only has 28 health.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, 100 now.
Almost cost Yay his life there. He was just holding it down, but they were just spamming that one angle, making sure that they could catch
40 seconds.
Obviously the heal is in play, so he's brought back up to 100.
There's 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Boom have very little map this.
Yeah, there's not enough that's been done, honestly, to even fake.
Gak ada yang ngecek bawah. Pasti. That's what I mean.
Right down up close to them. They can try and drop down. They can try and remove FNS.
TP
But 3
satu.
kills in the round. Almost an inevitability
Nice
for them.
try,
Indeed it
boy.
is. That's going to be a bonus round secured for Optic.
And Boom just not coming up with the right game plan there. They got stuck for over a minute trying to take B long control without actually throwing enough utility and enough bodies in to get the
Oh, gue
players
belum gitu,
away
lupa.
and set up a split. You simply cannot have a B hit where 5 players are trying to waterfall out of hookah. It just doesn't work at this level at all.
Map 2, map 2.
Yeah, and trickling out one after the other.
Map 2. Die.
So now Ye does finally get.
Let's go, boy. Salah.
He does get the tour de force online. And he's going to be playing B long again.
He's opting into using it as well against his half buy, and there is that pace injected into it.
Kali ini ditabrak, Cok. Oh, Boom.
Play fast and loose.
Benar-benar ditarik mundur ya.
And Optic didn't really have a counter to the Viper setup that allowed them to get into laps. I will say, denying the plant well though.
They're gonna commit.
Oh, the Bucky didn't kill.
That's famous trying to get something done with a shorty in his hands. Not quite. At this point, comes down to that discipline. Just make sure they don't lose anybody. Holding these angles to bottle. How do you get two there? But still, it's better weaponry at the end of the day.
That's right, boy. 4-4 ayo bisa 4-4.
Their map is fractured.
Really fast short push. And this is what I'm saying on Breeze.
What are Boom's maps? Wait.
Always fast. They're not always slow.
Let me look
We've seen some
real quick.
really slow rounds from Boom where they take a minute off the clock without doing a thing. And then they'll throw in a round like this where they're booking it down short. Before you realize what's happened, they're all over lamps. They're into the smoke.
Nice switch up.
It is. It's nice the way that
they
play the pace.
Hey, like.
They just need to find opportunities to do that in gun rounds where they can match Optic in head-to-head.
That is going to be the round coming up.
Looking rough.
Timeout being taken by.
It's
It's going to be a tough task for them, though. You head into bind against Optic.
Why the guns not upgraded? I can't tell you.
Wah, ngelag lagi, Cok, ini pasti. Ini gua. Oh, enggak. Ini yang ngelag. Kemarin tuh Kasian kalian tahu, kemarin tuh typing gua di in-game tuh nge-lag banget. Jadi gua udah enter, masuknya kapan, ngirimnya kapan. I don't know why. TikTok. I'm gonna look Hanadi can do.
Bukan deh.
Ay, ay, ay.
Aku udah Allah.
Ayam. Ayam.
Trying to reinforce it with 3 players now.
Is it going to be easy again, though? Ye has bought, well, at least the operator, at least from the previous round.
And Victor is on form. Victor's on top of triple, where he can get an angle potentially to look over the top of this Viper wall. So any kind of A pressure will meet resistance.
Ketarik tuh, buta lagi dia.
Holy shit, that was close.
Everything being thrown at them, even the molly and the C's over the top. This is a cacophony of utility.
Oh, if they timed that
gila,
C's like a
gitu.
little bit earlier.
And you can feel the pressure right now. Just have to scamper to the back of the site.
Yeah, really nice idea from Boom.
Oh my god, 4 loh, Cok. Ding ding ding. Oh my god. Yang denger apa-apa pun bisa dapat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The spam into the smoke, they know the positioning of these players. They know we're going to be coming from. Oh my goodness.
It looks like it might be too much, but it's again Tiboto.
Kenapa nggak jadi? Oh, kenapa nggak jadi di plan aja? Duit. Kalau gue mah duit.
If you missed what happened at the beginning of that round, they use double drone, the dog, the trailblazer, and the boombot in order to push the Oppa away. That's with a suck from the Astra too.
Ow.
So using huge amounts of utility to take showers control, and then there's a C's nade combo for the people.
Yeah, Optic is really good on this map.
And that's such a nice set play, but it uses all of your utility, and you're expecting to get a pick out of it. And
Oh, mereka pakai cara yang sama kan? Oh, nggak beda orang
They
kalian.
reacted in time, so they avoided any casualties.
So the The idea, whether or not that was set up in that prior timeout, just doesn't quite come to fruition here for Boom.
And it is a devastating beginning to Bind. I said Boom looked better on their defensive side, but you still need to put up some rounds in this half.
Oh my god. Gila, Ye lagi on fire di map ini ya guys ya.
Thirteen possible? Yeah, I would say there's a pretty good chance at it. Just because Optic is really good as a bind team, and they're running the fucking Chamber Viper Brim, I guess there's a pretty good chance that they can get a 13-0.
Going for the kind of straight up and down jiggle peek. I mean, ends up with your head getting.
That is punishable. Yeah, I was about to say that is punishable. I've seen it a couple of times, but Nade slams his way into the back. A triple. Spike gonna start to go down, and that's a bit of run and gun action. Stinger. Why not? Showstopper now online off the back of the plant, and Victor just could not get out of there in time. He tried to.
All right. Maybe no 13-0.
Thrifty ka ini. Satchelnya cok. Udah kayak ngelempar bola kasti cok. Kalian tau bola kasti nggak? Gila, Stinger kuat nih. Wah. Wow, nice trade, gila. Okay, we got one round I think.
Maybe
What?
13-0.
Oh my god, kita tuh udah menang tuh. Oh, nice try boy.
Maybe 13-0.
Oh my god. Really?
I counter jinxed it.
Another monster round from Crashies. Famous doing a great job of getting in here, recovering a rifle, helping his team. The trade was good, like you said, but Crashies being able
What even like happened right here?
And kill both of those players, the bottle and Famous. And then the fake Ye. Look at him. Look at that smile on his face. Look at that smile. He knows Ye's good for it.
Yeah.
Ye.
They're the most best / consistent in the share now? No. Sky's only used on bind.
You wouldn't think the Chamber's been nerfed.
Maybe another map that I can't remember right now.
No, you wouldn't. And Crashies has another ult offline. He's been farming these up so quickly. Oh, and the bait. It's a bit of a half claim, and they walk
Got the collateral.
Pressure though that's being applied. Flip side has made its way into Lamps. Collects the 1 kill onto Crashies, backs away for but a moment.
Lamps has definitely been an area that Optic are not fighting for super heavily. Boom have realized this. And FNS going for it. Oh, what a perfect timing.
Confidence to try and do that as well when it comes to that 2v2, but he knew he could catch that timing, and he suspects where Blaze King is. He's got a great idea of it.
And for Blaze King, FNS could be inside the teleporter still.
Yeah.
FNS could be in hookah. FNS could be on site.
FNS.
Wah gila, 7-0 cok. On defenders. Kayaknya akan terjadi ke map ketiga. Enggak lah, jangan sampai lah cok. Bisa.
Yeah, he's 16 and 2 right now.
Max 70, 75, max 75. 75 Israel. Again mereka enggak, ini bakal dapat satu round kayaknya. But I don't know, bisa jadi thrifty. Dapat dua dia. Oh my god, yay.
Jess was making the point that Berserks wasn't really able to get those first points like you're expecting from.
Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro.
And I think that logic makes a lot of sense if Berserk's able to have his star
skill.
Ya, nggak tahu. Wih, nice.
Dejavu kayak Barex kemarin.
Nice time out. Bisa yuk pelan-pelan.
Aduh. Yeah, semangat tilt.
Dude, I have like chin hair right now.
Let's go in. What? Am I RTO again?
And
Enggak.
I don't know why, but it feels really nice. You ever have like stubble or like hair that's just growing? It feels really weird to just like run your fingers against it. Like it kind of scratch your fingers.
success it seems that Boom have been having when it comes to these fast plays, when they're on the half buys, they're just taking space rapidly, making sure that they trade themselves out.
Let's go.
And I think lamps is definitely an area.
Tuh lihat 16-2 cok, EA. Overpower banget dia di map ini.
You know, when the Viper wall goes up, and actually this is a different one being used right now for Flipsider, but when that normal Viper wall goes up for lamps control, there's a piece of utility to stop people pushing off the back of it. And instead, Optic are just giving Boom lamps. And here, Boom take it again immediately.
All the way through.
Thank you very much.
Oh, dia naruh trapnya di situ loh, bro. Oh, mati dong. Oh, gua dapat sesuatu sih, maksudnya kalau di defender, udah lu jangan terlalu maju, yang bisa TP aja kayak Chamber or Raze yang maju untuk defender di ULAM. Biasanya lu jaga di KB or City aja. Oke. I got something. I'm learn something.
Now, Optic are not particularly pushing on the defense. Something they used to do all the time against teams that didn't play Chamber. But Boom are playing fast enough in these A hits that would be point.
It leaves no doubt.
Yeah.
There's no doubt to where the push is coming.
Victor, who's having a quiet performance through no fault of his own, has a showstopper online. He just hasn't quite been required yet this map.
Mereka udah buang utility sebanyak itu hanya untuk di shower.
Dude, they're doing everything in their power to take fucking showers.
Ya,
How
benar
much
banget.
utility is
Apa yang gue bilangin? Touch ulangin, lu bayangin.
Raise Roomba? What have they not used to take showers?
Gak tau, gue kurang ngerti juga Tens. Gue juga bertanya-tanya kepada gue pada Boom maksudnya kok kepada diri gue sih.
Oh, maybe no 13-0?
This round has been a pleasure and a delight to watch. And Boom are picking up the pieces. Things got chaotic there.
Yeah, they did.
And Optic, yeah, in the midst of all of that, getting caught out, there was a very fast reaction coming out through showers. And good utility being used as well to re-clear that top short position and blind Marv.
So one of the things that has been impressing me, I think, watching Boom is that they are quick to make decisions like that.
Yeah.
They recognize that there's space available to be taken. Like a deep push, a proactive play by Optic, they will often make moves towards it.
Yeah, I think that's a big difference between them and Zeta Division that we watched earlier.
Yeah.
Zeta also have a lot of slow rounds in their game, but Boom are much more happy to be proactive.
Mau di prowler dong, mau diambil loh. Soalnya OP-nya tuh bener-bener overpower gitu. OP orang overpower, operator yang overpower.
Destroys short. He gets rid of both Victor and Marv, and really crushes the only position that Optic were holding onto on A. Having said that, is this map even doable if Boom win all the rest of the rounds this hard?
Oh, setup ininya di situ ya. Trapnya di atas hookah dong.
But even that seems a long shot.
But again, pace is the name of the game. This time with the weaponry behind.
Wah, yang langsung masuk dia dulu ya.
Oh,
untung cok.
That
Vamos.
was cool, the satchels though.
Sitting there now, Trailblazer trying to clear the back of the site, but Famous removes it, so causing that uncertainty. And look at where the spike is landed.
Yeah, the spike is going towards FNS.
FNS actually might hold this. Okay. What is that Prowler?
That Prowler finding him perfectly there.
Dude, that Prowler, he sent it forward?
And Famous reads the play through the team.
Wait, what is that Prowler?
Uh,
Did you see what it did? Right here at hookah? He sent it straight forward. It went forward and then it did a fucking, like it locked onto him when it was right here. And it went down, around, and to the right. Like it drifted around him.
Using the operator is going to favor Boom because Boom have been getting value out of it.
I know my camera glitches. I don't know why.
He's one away from a showstopper. Listen, go hunt. Famous, if that's me, I'm going and trying to find Victor and Marv. Even if you die, you have showstopper online for the next round. I think
Gila mereka mau save cok karena mereka menang. Mereka mau membuat dari sisi Boom Esport nyari karena pengen membuat mereka sebelah miskin gitu. Kalau enggak mereka bakal bertahan. Oke. Ya begitulah guys. Itu maksudnya. Jadi kalau misalnya dua tadi sisa Optic itu dibunuh juga, jadi mereka terpaksa 5-5 harus beli kan next round. Nah untuk kalau misalnya ini saving kan duitnya tetap nambah tuh, yang dua orang tadi masih bisa beliin yang lain misalnya. Keduanya nggak bisa beli ya gitulah intinya. That's for economy FPS game yang gue tahu ya. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Steady bit of comeback progress, I suppose, for Boom, where they've got the last 2 rounds.
84 kah? Ya 84 lah ya.
Still within the possibility, honestly, of
That's 84.
away with maybe a 10-2 half.
That's definitely possible. You think about how well Optic's been able to play on Blind. The reason that I'm talking about them being the best team in the world here, they were able to beat FPX, who are a fantastic team on this map, and then also when they played against PaperX, PaperX didn't even dare run the Yoru against them, you know?
Yeah.
They could see it coming. And Optic were able to lay the smackdown on both of those teams that finished at the very, very top of Copenhagen. Optic have definitely got this trump card in their back pocket. But once more, Bren, it's not a map that we've seen a new comp on. And maybe they don't feel like they need to pull them out against Boom. Or maybe they're just happy and content with the comps that were working.
Yeah. You have a lot of good tools with this composition that you
are. Oh, 2 kali burungnya.
Bit of presence being shown at Fountain J. Oh, he's creeping. He's crawling up onto the angle now with a tour de force. Has to be.
Buta dia, mampus. Lu agresif, dia masih ada doggy. Mampus. Bingung nih udah kalau udah kayak gini. Harusnya ya jangan banyak berlebihan guys, jangan over commit. Oh, berbahaya banget. Oh, dapat 1 dong dia dari 48 kalau.
Wild moves coming out from Optic at the end of this half.
Super strange.
Yeah, I mean, they're just taking the most aggressive options every time there's a decision.
Whoop, really? Really?
Marvs is making it work.
Yeah, wait a second. This guy might just be ice cold in the mix. 1-for-1 with a showstopper
Oh, ketahuan
exchange,
tuh
but
di
now
ini.
up to Blazekin versus Crashies.
Oh my god.
And look at this guy go.
Oh my god. Wah gila. Bisa ya gitu dari tadi ya, kayak ibaratkan Boom udah pasti menang, tapi Optic bisa mengambil kesempatan itu nyuri 1 untuk 1. Wah. Ini loh, masih kecuri.
Since the qualification period for stage 2, he's just been slaughtering people in these kind of late rounds. It's the area that he specializes in, and yeah, they say nice round Jimmy because Marv was the player that made the huge play there. The 3K on site, it kind of recovered from everyone else making some wonky plays on the rest of the map.
Bisa dibalikin.
Punish being made though, or at least an attempt of it. Now Trailblazer to help supplement. Yeah, he's just tied into this corner. He's got the showstopper.
Oh my god. Ban.
My fucking mic. I accidentally muted my mic.
Play into their faces, but Crashies is dealing with it quite handedly once more. Moves around. That's going to be a horn.
When did my mic?
Oh my god. Oh, apa ini cok? Hey. This is not my internet, right? Internet gua aman. God, Twitch-nya kayak ini. Oh, memang dari sana, cok. Memang dari Twitch-nya, cok.
Ini dari gua kah?
Dari Twitch. Dari Twitch-nya. Dari Twitch. Tuh. Dari Twitch-nya. Kamu ngapain?
Tarik nafas ya kan, pelan-pelan. Dari kamu kayaknya Del, Mas dari gue sih, Ci. Kalau di sana emang aman. Ini gue harus gimana ini? YouTube aman, gue harus ke YouTube nih. Ya, kita pindah deh.
YouTube aman ya? Ya.
Apa ya? Harusnya aman kok.
bentar. Gue bingung tiba-tiba apa yang harus lakuin. Valorant.
Kenapa ya?
Nah udahlah, sementara kita di sini dulu lah ya, mau nggak mau ya.
10-2.
Waduh, nggak lihat no.
Tapi dia agak burik, gak apa-apa ya?
Dia agak burik iya, cok di Twitch tuh lebih ini.
Ngomong-ngomong Coach Bali.
Oke,
Twitch, are you okay Twitch?
Tebakan lu bener sih, maksudnya crash.
Ini gila banget sih memang.
Ini juga ya gimana ini sesuai dengan lu punya omongan di stats itu loh, dia map kedua map ketiga
Kenapa ngaco ya
gitu loh,
Twitch-nya?
sangat menyeramkan ini. Iya, dilihat gitu loh.
Lu nanya gua nanya siapa?
Sesuai sama makanya statistik tuh kadang-kadang nggak bisa bohong tuh statistik.
Come on, Tense.
Kayak, tapi tadi Boom berusaha sih, maksudnya kayak dia orang udah tahu nih cara mainnya si Optic tuh, untuk setiap kali dia orang masuk ke A itu di cancel terus, cancel plan. Di momen mungkin yang pas lagi 8-0 itu mungkin coachnya yang pas si Meo Post bilang kayak kita nggak bisa nih, kita mesti ngambil pas kita udah masuk ke A itu clearin U-Hall itu, kita mesti makan back off side-nya nih. Udah dilakuin tapi di expect sama Optic. Di expect sama Optic. Jadi pas dia orang udah expect, udah bener-bener di counter strike, dan hal yang bisa mereka lakuin adalah dia orang harus bisa menghentikan E dan Crisis dulu. Itu tadi, itu gila sih dia orang berdua sih, bener-bener dia orang berdua yang sapu bersih sih.
Dua palang pintu yang ya ganas banget, dan tiap kali kalau kita lihat memang ada sedikit gambling yang dimainkan sama Optic Game.
Twitch, are you okay?
Pas kesana juga Boomnya lagi
Twitch, are you okay?
Betul.
Twitch, are you okay? Twitch, are you okay?
Kita udah dapat main advantage, flipnya juga dapat efek.
Jangan-jangan di home guys lagi keles sama si Twitch.
Tapi apa yang dilakukan?
Ngerti kan?
Udah dapat side, udah dapat plan, Marvio bisa maju, bunuh 2. Dia udah sebenarnya setiap botol udah expect. Dia udah expect, dia bilang oh ini pasti dimajuin. Cuman kalah tembak.
Betul.
Dari kalah tembak itu ya kena punish kita di situ. Iya. Jadi ya kita lihat aja lah ini, kita berdoa aja dari ini semoga Boom bisa comeback dari ini.
Ya lumayan jauh sih tertinggalnya, tapi ya harapan itu selalu masih ada lah, dan semuanya ini harus mulai dari pistol round, mau gak mau nih.
Betul.
Karena udah 3 kali berarti pistol roundnya nih, Boom mereka harus tunduk di tangan dari Optic Gaming.
Ya masalahnya masih 100% win rate ya untuk pistol round sejauh ini antara Optic Gaming dan juga Boom Esport. Yay, 19 kill. Sekali lagi gue katakan ini bukanlah sebuah anomali guys, karena ini sudah menjadi ikonik dari Yay. Gua dulu sih ngelihat dia 19 kill masih wow. Sekarang kayak ya udah biasa bro.
Emang begini orangnya.
Emang begitu.
Oh iya, ini berarti udah paling jago ya, Cok.
Oke, 10-2 sekarang. Pistol round kembali harus dimainkan oleh kedua tim ini. Oh no, sekali lagi shotnya berdarah. Reflect berdiri, reflect terus terjadi.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that notification? Berderet-deret gini anjir. What the hell?
Lawan Frenzy.
What the hell?
Finesse akan nge-push dari arah spawn. Flip Suder akan nge-expect hal tersebut. Masalahnya di sini Finesse dia harus nge-plant. Dan ternyata dia akan memilih untuk berduel dengan Flip Suder yang gak dicek. Oh my god.
Let's go.
Dengan
Gua deg-degan barusan.
membuahkan hasil yang at least menjadi modal di second half.
Finally pistol roundnya nggak 100% ya.
Lihat tuh ding gitu. Tret-tretnya anjir.
Satu lawan 2 dari dari Flip Suder dan
Ayo let's go. Kalau mereka masih semangat sih gas lagi guys.
gue kira ada omongan-omongan mantap lagi ya.
Aduh ini Twitch-nya Cok, Twitch down. Twitch down.
Dimenangkan ya.
Oh bang, Twitch-nya down.
Dan sekarang udah punya modal untuk menjalani second half at least di satu round ini. Tapi nggak boleh sampai ke punish parah sih. Fatal banget itu soalnya. Nah, lu lihat stratnya Optic coy. Mereka rame-rame masuk U-Hall, nge-flash, nge-sikat defender spawn. Tapi datang bantuan dari Flip Suder, tapi kena trade, untungnya ada Famous layer kedua datang, Gravity Well datang juga. Satu kill lagi dari Famous. Ada bantuan memang dari Blaski, tapi Famous.
Nice one guys. Emang harus menang ini ternyata guys. Harus menang pistol round. Pistol round harus menang.
Ngeri cuy, meskipun tetap menang tapi tetap ngeri. Ini harus diperhatikan. Kasian nih Bumi Sports nih.
Meskipun mereka kayak bobo fancy,
Iya,
bawa
klasik
kalau
gitu.
5-5-nya nembak badan ya sakit ya.
Betul.
Untungnya tadi masih ada layer kedua dari arah shower, yaitu Famous yang berhasil mendapatkan quad kill 4-10. Masih terpaut jauh. Tapi ini adalah indikasi yang baik untuk Bumi Sports karena mereka berhasil mendapatkan 2 angka pertama di second half. Masalahnya sekarang.
Wow, ini strategis Pak PRX nih. Gue udah tahu nih sistem kayak gini. PRX banget ini.
Fines langsung melakukan planting via short dan U-Haul akan dikuasai. Flip Juder akan mengemban tugas penting di sini karena dia adalah pemain yang memiliki full HP. Toxic Screen dimainkan oleh Bumi Sports. Yay masih menjaga dari arah market. Blaze King udah ketahuan, udah dijaga dan bakal di wallbang.
Masa kalah sih? Nah gitu.
Ternyata wallbang dari Blaze King connect.
Aduh shit. Di Kabi ada.
Masih ada crashes dan masih ada finesse.
Aduh no time kah? Oh, sayang sekali. That's okay guys. That's okay.
Optic Gaming mampu mendapatkan ronde by round mereka.
Lumayan lah ya, lumayan ngikis ekonomi ya, tipis-tipis ya, matiin 3 tapi tadi Famous apa anda 11 HP masih bisa dapat 1 dia pakai sharing. Ya, ini masih artinya ada 2 pemain yang menggunakan light shield dari Optic, sementara Bumi Sports tadi jadinya sama, benar-benar seimbang kedudukannya dari Boom Esports dan juga Optic Gaming dari segi arsenal dan juga utility.
Belum bener kah? Oh udah. Let's go. Bye. Salah lagi gue. My god, what happened with you tweets before? I don't know about you.
Contacting around through showers, gets caught by Taboto. Really good play by Boom on their defense. But this, this is absurd. What a play by Famous. And that's actually got a bit of momentum now beneath Boom.
Still a long way to go. You look at the score up top, just 2 rounds, that's all Optic need.
Your weight? I don't weigh that much.
We mentioned it over and over again when we were watching that Breeze map. Sometimes those 2 rounds are the hardest. However, Victor's going to be making it just that bit easier.
Seperti itu dia cok nge-push.
Yeah, Famous not waiting for the rest of the utility to try to re-clear showers.
Half by as well, Josh.
Yeah, just decides to swing.
Did you get more than 2 hours of sleep last night? Yes, I did.
Oh, nice trade.
Holy fuck.
He does salvage it, gets the trade off, but has to run away. Drop down to 20 health.
3 lawan 3.
Was thinking about going for an ult there. And at this point,
Bisa 1 low dari Esport.
Oh fuck. He's gonna flank.
And he just doesn't have a clue that there's 2 in hookah.
He's completely missed them, and he's going to be making a call that, guys, I pushed all the way through Fountain. I haven't found a player. They got to be lurking over towards A.
Can he hear Marved? Does he hear Marved?
No, he does not.
And so nice banget.
And the players of Optic, they're already in the site.
Mana ya, woi plan.
The entire time, walking up, not making any sound.
Gila dia nggak denger suara gue ya. Nah, tawan nih.
Backside, which is where Blaze King is just about to walk in.
Hihi, dikit banget cuy anjir.
Bit of spam will do it.
He's going to be 1 HP either way.
Yeah, the decay kicking in now. Snake bite on one side.
Nggak ketahuan kah? Oh sayang sekali.
Feels almost intentional with the way that Viper's pit is set up. It looks like just about in range to get the highlight on it.
Kena nih sama Saimara kayaknya. Oh enggak. Oh dia mau saving. Dia mau saving.
Brutal heartbreaker.
You got to be the most careful of when you're on the half by, when you're up against it. It's so difficult to keep any sort of momentum going.
Yeah, and just a small misplay by Famous, and then Berserks, as Famous tries to... He doesn't even really re-challenge there. He's just trying to dip his head back in to throw a grenade, and immediately run away, but he gets punished by Victor. And then Berserks with a
Is the clothing shrink in the dry? I actually have no clue. I'm gonna be watching some of the merch soons to see how it fares. So I'll be able to figure that out really soon.
Critical map number 3.
There are so many good ults here for Boom to use, but even if they expend them all in this round, it doesn't break Optic's economy. So they need to be stingy. It's their only way of mounting a comeback.
Double face though, that's going to be taken out, yay. It's going to be throwing a couple of question marks into the overall game.
Here's the judge here.
What do they want to do now? They've lost him, so they're probably going to have to go with a bit of pace now. That's a showstopper.
Oh.
Right into the players.
Gila
Victor
sial
deals with
banget,
it.
cok. Famous.
That could have been absolutely massive. And pound for pound, Victor's going to be releasing his own ult. Halfway on a duration, a pull, vulnerable Nightfall on top of it, but just pre-fired into the Viper's pit. Backed away.
Oh my god, Viper has 5 HP after that.
Information into this one, but Marv is still holding the position. Drops the smoke, and he's got the orbital strike in his back pocket.
Bisa kah di retake? Oh, di ulti bro.
Player's going to be pushing forwards. It's going to be a cosmic divide to split it across. You have to push
Nice
forward
one.
here. Boom. They do
Nice banget.
Is it enough?
What's happening?
Down to that 1v1. Time is still going to start to tick now.
Wow,
oh my god.
Well, that will do it.
GG.
GG. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Let's go, bro. Indonesia. Let's go, bro. Let's go, let's go.
We're back again.
My god, bro. Ini ketiga apa ini? Ketiga. Wah, seandainya dapat tadi. Seandainya dapat tadi. Wah, wah, snipernya gak ada yang bunuh kah, Sage? Where are you, Sage? Oh, di belakang gua. Mancing keluar dong gua.
Clock sticking. Fight. Quick feet, quick trigger. Nice try. Got one. That's 3. 4 down.
Oh shit, bro. Ngeding. Shit, man. Waduh, kecil banget kepalanya. I knew it, bisa daumen, makanya ke kiri. Ternyata masih nggak bisa juga. Ih, cursor gua udah mengikuti kepalanya dari barusan. Nyawa dulu yang penting, Cok. Ya. Kan penting juga nyawa itu.
Back off.
Apain dong? Ya ampun, gua diding siapa? Diding sniper kah? Oh kibet.
Found the spy.
Wih, gua nahan batuk. Oh. Masih aja ngejogrok di situ, sialan. Jet.
Taken out.
Oh, nice. Oh, coba.
Dominating.
Wah, kenapa cowok dia lagi latihan jump shoot kan, ngeri juga cowok kayak gitu. Jump shoot and mampus. Satu lagi. Ah, shit man. Oh my god, bro, it's helping me.
Go away.
Sabar, satu.
What?
Oh my god, that's a lot. Ada AFK bro. 15. Dapat dong gue. Wih.
10 kills
Wih.
remaining.
Pantes sakit cok. Dia 10 kills lagi. 3-3 loh dia cok. The hell. Pick gua. Coba. Para yal. Ih. Kill coy. Dikejar balik dong. Kenapa lagi nih? Ah, nggak ada yang kena. I'm weak. Again, Sova, kita ketemu 3 kali loh. Ih, sabar cowok, satu bro.
Got one.
Yang mana sih yang menang tadi? Di antara Huka sama ini?
Back up.
Oh, akhirnya. Terus dia mati dulu. Ah, my bad. Jangan kasih dia bunuh, bro. Oh, gue kira itu dia. Wah, menang dia, cok. Dia lah. Apa ini?
Funny enough, both teams have had losing outings on this map most recently. But you know, when you look at who Optic has lost to,
I'll be watching Paper X team. Yes, I will be.
Yes, I will be. Iyalah, cok. Pasti sangat menguntungkan. Gue nggak tahu bakal nonton live atau enggak. Kayaknya gue off deh.
At least I plan to.
I'm gonna watching off stream untuk Parex. Udah malam, cok.
Don't you think override scaling DPI adds wait what adds input lag if your NVIDIA settings are display scaling and not GPU scaling? I have no fucking clue.
worth of rounds. Like, that is not enough if they want to be able to take Boom, who's currently aware, very thoroughly aware, that they can beat the Kings of, you know, I don't think there's enough in the mentality of this for Optic now. They need to turn around and be like, we need to change anything. They have to play a way better fraction than they've shown us.
Semoga ya kalian anak-anak muda ya bisa membanggakan Indonesia ke depannya.
You looked into the 60 keyboard. I have never even heard of it before.
So that's something that Boom have also been going for. I think this is the kind of map that Optic they want to be as they don't want it to be like Breeze, even if it goes to overtime and they win it, just because they want this map to feel comfortable to them, that they want to go in and have a sort of 13-7 win, which they were on the opposite side up against when they played FPX, right? So it's those kind of moments where, like, this comp, I call the Optic comp because they were one of the first few teams to really start to run it and find success.
I just want this match to start up. I feel like I'm dead because the tech timeouts today.
It is fascinating though how, like, you know, we're getting a lot of these very similar compositions, right? Just goes to show the innovation that Optic Gaming have put forward for the broader global VCT community.
It's kind of cringe though. Kind of cringe comps, aren't they?
Wow.
They are leaning into it.
I didn't understand. I was here with Ender. I didn't, you know, just say these cringe.
Brutal.
Bit brutal, yeah.
Ender always says the cringe.
If I talk, I'm in trouble, so I won't have any opinion on that. But what I will say, look, I'm going through all of my stats. I'm like, look, we're talking, you know, a little bit down on Optic. We're saying that maybe this is the Optic comp and whatnot. And I was like, all right, well, what is Boom?
Do you skateboard? I do not. I used to skateboard when I was younger, though.
5 overtime against Onyx, you know, as their second last playing of this map. And I was like, how does Berserk do, for example? Like, obviously there was a very slow showing on the Jet on Breeze. I have worries about his ability. Exactly. I have a really big problem with his first kills, and he does a little bit better on the Neon,
let's
so
go.
there's promise there.
We could talk about the Neon as well, because one of the things is just how isolated he got. Like, if these executions like with Neon, he'd get stalled out and go through it. And so yeah, like, this is so far looking as you'd expect when it comes to these comps, nothing too different.
I feel like you use tech decks. I did not.
Your Prime Gaming agent select, and you're literally.
Does Tyson play the piano? I used to play piano as well.
Well, actually, yeah, you are. Sorry, my
Yeah,
eyes,
mirror comp.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and this is kind of.
All right, we'll see.
Map 1, both teams running the same competition.
Optic is literally like the
mapnya apa
team
juga
that
gue
actually
nggak tahu ya
pioneered,
guys
like,
ya sejujurnya. Sorry
this
banget
main
tadi gue
composition.
lagi liat match nggak tahu mapnya apa. Fracture kayaknya. Ya.
Thank you, 9 hour for the 500 bits. Hey, I asked about the diagram, but I also want to ask if there's something you would recommend using or not. If you weren't, I think would I use it? To be honest, since I don't really notice a difference with it on and off, I would play with it and see what I play better with, but I don't know. It'd be placebo. I'd probably just turn it off. Realistically, if I don't notice anything different.
Look at that comp from Optic.
What do you use? I'm on a Zowie monitor.
Especially with how comfortable and confident they looked on binds, they want that momentum to keep going onto this map.
Yeah, they're going to have to be smart. They're going to have to take space early against Optic. They can't. I think Brennan Sideshow was saying this about, like, you know, the respect, right?
All right, let's get into it.
Boom's just going to have to disrespect their opponents.
Yes, they have to.
You know what I mean? They just got to cut them and punch them in the mouth, you know?
The funny thing is, Zersha was saying that tournament after tournament, they themselves weren't confident enough to take gunfights. They said a lot of new teams when they come in, or even teams from APAC where they're not used to taking the fights, are feeling not confident enough to engage in it. So if he says, all right, I've just got to go in and do the fight, that's how you win. That's how you get the upper hand.
All right, well, this is it. One final match.
So I believe my merch will ship internationally.
Towards the championship. We're going to be sending it back.
But I'm not like 100% on like if it's international like everywhere, or if there's some exclusions. Like I'm actually not too sure in that part. But from what I believe, I'm pretty sure it's international.
It's an interesting one, honestly, because you're seeing a mirror composition, like the desk has already been talking about, Josh, and it's the thing that Optic, they've kind of set the stage at this one. They've honestly, you know, they've become known for playing these neon comps in themselves, but I think that comes with some
yes, finally.
Well. It's been a while since Optic were
these intermissions kill me, man.
They were setting the meta on certain degrees, and the neon comps, they've been around for a while now. The weaknesses are known to a degree. It does give Boom a bit of an open.
it gives both teams an opening, I think. I would expect Optic to have a pretty decent advantage here, except for what Jess was talking about. Their most recent LAN performances on this map have been fairly disastrous, but that's against top level teams.
Ya Berserk sabar-sabar kok.
Trying to collapse onto these hall players.
Yeah, and they've just pinched them right into halls here. The follow-up is
They
there
got the
from
collapse
Blazing. That's
there.
a great trade. The positioning.
One person basically like 1 HP.
Whenever you're doing these A splits,
Oh, they're not
it's
even
so
planning for
important
themselves.
for the dish players to reactively push.
No time wasted though. A lot of the ammunition just going straight from the pistols. The frenzies in their hands at the end of the day though. Enough bodies there to get a reload off and trade and swing through, even with the plant on top of it. But you're exactly right, Josh, what you were talking about in terms of just taking space aggressively, making sure that you're able to posture the players, the defensive players who are trying to hold halls in that setup.
Yeah, for Boom on attack, it's all about the reaction. And so as they're taking this fight, you know, and as Flipsider rendezvous away, all of these players that were playing over a dish run in at the back and crunch the
Let's go, let's
Any white
go.
hair turns back. I'll probably dye my hair next year. Right at the end of this year or something. I was thinking about getting ears piercings lately. I might just do it because like just to have it, and if I don't like ear piercings, I just don't wear them.
With a classic in hand.
Yeah. Crasher should know that this is coming, especially with the smokes drop down. Stuns to rip across now. Tower needs to be cleared though. It's a flash to play into this one. Berserk's got to be careful. Bit of raw spam. Why not? And while all this was happening as well, Horse was being pushed out early on by Optic in this round. It's a double face from them, but are they going to have the discipline to
Oh.
get this one through?
Wah.
Peeking in play.
Dapat dong dia ini ya.
Nicely for the kill, but still working with very poor weaponry. However, find himself an upgrade, a pretty good one at that.
Yeah.
The Bulldog,
Like,
can he do some damage?
Kade even told me that if I don't like them, I literally just don't wear the piercing, and it'll just fucking heal up.
But it's going to get recovered by the rest of his team. And Boom managed to fairly cleanly get a B site hit working. So they're going to have some decent weaponry. A Bulldog, Vandal at least to head into this.
Have you tried magnetic earrings? I have not. I didn't know that's a thing. Bonus round.
It's all been
Wait,
very
let me turn up the game a lot.
I think the pistol round was a nice idea. I'd like to see more of. Usually you see those reactive pushes coming out from the teams playing double duelist.
Where's this going?
Yeah, this is an interesting one, isn't it? A big molly lineup here to start from Blaze King. And this is part
Lu
of
molly
the
kemana ya?
first push. What a lovely lineup.
Well, that's a cool lineup.
Molly ke belakang ini ya?
He got one tap.
Should not be favored there, but still, the singular shot that he needed.
He one tapped
On a
another
bit of
guy.
a spray down, even while he's fully blind, locking down the tower.
And he gets a third as
Wait.
well. I mean, Crashies caught dead to rights. He should have been caught dead to rights.
That wasn't even Neon Stun, it was just the Breach Stun.
Crashies finds 3, Marv finds 2. That was a huge sight exec. And the anchors held strong perfectly. First bullet. Crashies first bullet. And then
What?
full blind. He's stunned and he's full blind.
Yeah.
And then he trades out Marv.
The decision making, I think, is quite good there as well. He lays down the fragment nade when he expects to be pressured from behind there in tower.
Yeah.
Make sure that nobody can swing into him. Buys enough time for the rest of his team to rotate as well.
Yeah, it's smart play. Crashies has always been a LAN player too. You look at his online stats and you might be like, well, is this really a guy who's in the talking for best initiator player? But at LAN, he delivers so many crucial kills. So there's FNS tucked his way from an arcade push underneath.
Holy fuck.
Are you ready for this one? Oh my goodness, the orbital strike does split them up. It's only Berserk who's got themselves onto the site with the rolling thunder, but already the Optic players, they've lined up for it. Oh, so much damage being done. It's Nobarr again who comes up with the kills. Lining up the kill feed, Blaze King with a slight off angle, and he's found his target. Victor just wandering
What's happening?
right into the sight lines.
And this is a great post plan for Blaze King. Has the molly, orbital strike, huge tools to work in. But Ye knows where he is. And this flash is going to be for Ye to peek. Oh, doesn't even use it.
Nice
And that's the molly down, that's the orbital strike gone.
All up to Berserk, taking the fight straight up now. Blinded straight into his eyes, but he avoids it just for the moment. FNS wins it out, and
what a great retake.
Yeah, even if he went down, it's going to be Ye able to help him out immediately there with the swing.
Just fantastic.
Kalau udah masuknya bagus banget tadi barusan.
Is the manga in physical form? No, it is not.
Force 1v1s.
you think is winning?
FNS using
I would say just Optic.
chessboard there to go back into halls and just sends his most powerful piece to duel the player with post-plant utility. As soon as Blaze King fell, it was kind of curtains for Berserks. And Optic, even though they looked very businesslike on map 2,
merch from
now you're seeing
Croatia.
the smiles, the
It
excitement
should work,
start
yes.
to come in. And I think it's inversely proportional to their expectations. You know, when they think they're massively favored, it's just cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, another day in the office.
When they know they're going to get pushed a little bit, as they're anticipating on Fracture.
That's why you don't do that peak. We saw Marv doing it on Bind. Easily enough.
Udah rotate aja langsung ke Asum. Bersek. Udah jangan coba lagi, Cok. Itu bahaya, Cok.
He was born in tower, molded by tower. You will never get crashes out of that tower.
I'm wanna angry with that. Oh my god, nice. Please menang lah, Boom Esport. Oh, nice banget. Oh, save Ovi.
Wait a second.
As Crashies was focused on Tree. I spoke obviously far too soon.
Oh, they're not gonna think Gaze here yet.
So fast, I don't think they're gonna expect this.
No, they're not gonna expect it.
Does he get an angle onto Blaze King? I think the players are watching.
Oh, he turned around. Oh my gosh.
Everything, and somehow El Diablo still gets the better of it. Down to that 1v1, he's forced it into this situation.
He's given away with his positioning.
Sidestepped. Yep, that fault line is going to be revealing it. Flash through the box as well.
Udah sabar-sabar aja, Cok. Oh my god, mati sini. Sabar-sabar aja, Cok. Oh my god.
Okay, in a situation like that, you never want to like give up your position. When you know where they are and they don't know where you are, never just use your util and give away where you are.
Benar.
Because you lose your upper hand. The upper hand here, like, this is like... Okay, your teammate dies here. But if they die, they get information that you're there. You could be anywhere. You could literally be anywhere. You could be in fucking tower playing postman. You could be in a spawn, canteen, arcade. You could be on the close left of site. You could be close right here. There's so much you can be. You throw any piece of util, guess what? He's like, oh, he's here. Unless you peek with it. If you peek with the stun, then that's different.
Benar banget.
But if you're just throwing the stun to throw the stun, or throwing like a flash, you're giving up your advantage.
Benar banget, benar banget. Oh, we learned something, guys.
Being applied to him as well. You can see the players have already dropped themselves down onto side from drop. Has to take a fight, and he's lucky to get the one. But where's Berserk finding these then? Straight
Itu
from
benar
the
banget
smoke.
sih.
Head found, FNS taken out.
Nade being held, trying to deny the plan, but it's not a default. Berserk's falls, forced out of position.
Masuk dong mereka.
Snacks on flipside.
Optic not wasting any time with taking this space, but they realize that there is these post plants that are being played. The overstrike held down, waiting for the movement. It does force them into the line of sight angle. That's going to be
Wah, mati sih sama Ye. Oh, nggak mati, alhamdulillah.
Misses the shot off onto the corner. The aftershock to push them away. It's on half, and the volley does miss. Blazekin.
Sabar, Cok, nggak dilanjutin. Sabar.
He's got the information and a tap. Blazekin, he has to make the play, but 3 bullets, not enough. Doesn't know he's there.
I'm surprised he didn't pick up the rifle right there on the stair.
Marv eventually wins it out.
With such little health, Marv is still ice cold there in the clutch. Just playing around, putting the pressure onto Blaze King, making him think that he has to dash towards the spike.
Cepet juga ya game ya. Kayak berasa cepet gitu karena memang satu sama lain tuh, yang satu defend nggak mau retake-nya cepet, ternyata masuknya cepet.
Maybe he thought he had one and it just missed, but I don't think from his angle on Dish there's a great one unless you have a big arcing lineup. And boom, they're struggling here. They're getting things down to winnable situations, but they just can't close it.
Mereka struggle tuh.
They are running down FNS though.
Yeah, you can see that overdrive going to be used now to try and get them deeper into the side damage though. Look at the stinger. Yeah, still collects the kill. Victor is in trouble though. He's been isolated.
What?
No one's really watching his angle. Okay.
Nggak dapat informasi kah itu?
How many fucking flashes you guys throwing? They just used all their flashes.
Entire kitchen sink just being chucked to them into the back of the site. It's Optic. We're making sure that they're
Nice try.
on no leftover players, no problems whatsoever.
Wah, mereka udah struggle banget, so.
Kayak gitu, tapi ya kita lihat aja sekarang fast pace kembali terjadi bersearch.
Oke, jangan emosi, pelan-pelan ya kan.
Bener-bener. Santuy. Dan menurut gua ada satu orang yang mau diem gitu loh harusnya. Kayak fokus gitu. Fokus informasi sedikit doang, nerima informasi lebih banyak gitu. Like me Anjas. Like me ya.
It's time for a bit of a break. What's gone wrong for the last few rounds have been so fast.
Kaget dia kayak dia datang.
Yeah, opening 10 seconds, you've seen moves being made, and honestly, the round's just ending almost instantaneously.
They are really struggling to get rid of these side anchors. You think about one of the big execs where they had that long molly lineup, and yet Crashies found 3, Marv found 2, and that was it, the round was over. In some of these other rounds, it's been so difficult to get Crashies out of tower. In that round there, Victor manages to get 2 while he's anchoring the site. You know, there's just so many situations where Boom, if they were cleaner on
Aduh, kaget gua anjir. Tiba-tiba kucing gua manjat ke paha.
Got my Hello Kitty balls.
Hopefully going to be correcting it for them to try and get back into this map, maybe bring it even.
It feels like Boom might be thinking a couple of steps ahead and just ignoring what's happening in the present, and just getting themselves refocused on every step of their attacking executes is going to be important here. Meanwhile, by the way, Yay in back-to-back maps just absolutely pounding.
Yeah, dominating. I mean, the guy had a slower start to Copenhagen, if you remember, but he turned it around, certainly.
The playoffs were incredible from Yay.
Yeah, the guy was back in that old form, El Diablo, and this time, not missing a step, is he?
No. Early fault line over towards Halls, but it doesn't stop the Boom guys whatsoever. They fake a little bit of control in that direction, and now the Spike's going to be coming back for a B pinch. Victor, though, jiggle peeking. He's going to start to get this info fairly shortly.
Go.
Have to be concerned, though, if they know the weaponry situation. They're worried, I think, about op angles that are being held down, but look at this, the stuns are just being offloaded. Orbital strike as well. Maybe expecting there to be a player
the fuck is happening?
So they trade.
Terus sudah ngebuang utility sebanyak itu nggak ada bisa masuk juga, Cok.
And they're still trying to make the play, though.
Holy shit.
Across, that cuts up the angles and it allows for an instantaneous response. Boom. Taking all the space.
Oh, nice banget, Bunny.
What's happening? They won every fight.
Boom just decided to go for the execute even without all of that utility. Yeah. They'd used flashes, they'd used smokes. The fast lane decided they didn't need any of it. It would be a better risk to commit to the hit instead of trying to go somewhere else on the map. And boy, were they right.
Yeah, a bit of a difference maker being the fact that they weren't able to hold that tower control too easily, were they?
Well, also, Optic weren't expecting it. I mean, the re-hit happened so quickly that Optic's players were still hidden inside of smokes and had delayed responses. One player decided to swing and then the other one came out as well. They didn't have a coordinated attempt to stop that re-hit coming through.
It's a pretty good call, I think, on the side of Boom.
Yeah, a nice move again from Flipsider.
Yeah.
And if you want to focus on Flipsider a little bit here as well, this is the role that he used to play. Before Famous was brought into the team, Flipsider was the heavy hitter for the squad, who was playing more of the chamber, more of the classic sentinel roles as well. But he's a nasty player.
Enemy remaining.
I think you can tell in this round with that flick onto Crashies, who was putting some pressure from tower. And Flipsider's back in his comfort zone.
Playing a role a bit more comfortable. Steadily gaining the advantages in the rounds, enough to potentially bring this one forwards. But this looks like presence being made now over towards the dish.
Main cepat lagi kali ini.
Fight being taken.
And he's out.
From the angle though, he collects that first kill and look at
Wait,
this.
Vic is
going on. Where's Victor got this operator from?
Yeah, Victor ran out arcade.
Ye dropped it so he could pop his ult.
I thought he was going to be ulting, and he's just set up an op on that sight line towards Tree.
You just don't expect that. You don't expect that. Especially when presence is being moved over towards A as well. Normally there's going to be a player who's late lurking over towards either arcade, which they already cleared out because they pushed it with 2 players, or B main through that tree area. And if you've got an op on that sight line, it makes it so early. Difficult. Yeah, it's so early. You don't expect it. And Neon is able to get on that sight line so fast.
Gua deg-degan anjir. Oh my god.
Yep. Victor's everywhere, all around the map right
now.
Whoa!
Goes for it again. Classic pulled out.
That's a lot of damage.
quite a kill. Dropping the
Wait,
gun.
what?
Okay, Orbital
Wait, they
strike
use
to
ult?
push them back. Berserk will eventually fall.
Sayang banget ultinya.
Wait, that was Blaze King's ult, right?
Blaze King doing what he can. Current top fragger for Boom.
Yeah, this guy has been
But he's in a 1v4.
quite the heavy hitter for his team in this map so far, hasn't he? But like you said, Josh, this particular scenario, now a 1v3. They know his position.
Wait,
20 seconds remaining.
I'm just
Wow, not a
confused.
lot of
He
time.
ulted on the 4v2.
He's already used that orbital strike that he had access to earlier. It's a big tool. And he could go for it. He's got the funds. He just doesn't see an opportunity that makes sense.
Yeah, just opting into the save here.
Yeah, and he's just going to save. And Optic start to take these rounds further and further onto the board. What a
Wih,
play.
kena.
Oh my god.
Wah, anjir.
Just stay very still. Yeah, okay, ice cold. Make no noise.
I'll tell you what though.
Gila, bahaya banget itu barusan.
Adaptations from Optic that we've seen in this series. Look, there's the operator being picked up, and he goes for it and sets up on this line. These adaptations are less to do with the compositions for Optic and more to do with the micro of like what they're doing within the rounds. They're doing unexpected stuff. You remember Crashies was opping on Breeze,
Yeah.
and now Victor's doing it here. Maybe the adaptation and innovation is going to be smaller.
Oh, nice one. Oh, diambil. Wah, dapat lagi tuh.
No one's really looking down at one angle. It's a crossfire to spam through the wall. FNS warbang kills a bound. Flip side though, he's eventually going to return.
Oh,
to
what a
match trade.
smoke.
With FNS gone, they're not going to have that utility to push them back. Bit of noise being cut and a push through the smoke
gila
with the flash
trade-nya,
to try and help it
Sorry,
out.
boy.
Good trade from Ye, despite the fact he has an op in his hands. He's really feeling it. It's a confident peak. And Ye now is a little bit stuck.
Yeah, he's pushed back into the corner here.
Iya, ini kayak next jack yang opnya sangar.
Ye with a headshot, didn't even need to.
But he's guessing, where's the positioning? The jump peak gives him all the info.
He's already got 3 on the round. And for Crashies, he can just play to contain. He just needs to take a look over towards Tree and stop Blaze King from rotating.
1v2, 40 seconds. 2k in the bank.
Might be a wrap.
Blaze King, but he might be trying to play.
And that's it.
It's been revealed.
That's the information that he needs. And that's the info that Ye can use.
I think Blaze King, well, in this situation, he's going to want to try and take every opportunity. Obviously, the 1v2 still winnable. Moving on to the site. He has been given a lot of free reign here because Crashes has been just free, but through main positioning, still avoiding it.
Gila.
Tags him. There it is, slowed down to a crawl, enough for Crashes to eventually catch up to it.
And Crashies is saying to the rest of his team, what's he doing planting there?
Yeah, it's like a horror game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, Crashies was just around every corner. And now Ye goes back for his operator. He had picked up a Vandal to try and help with the clutch. Smart play. And Crashies just dances around. Or rather, Ye dances around while Crashies goes on delivery duty for him. Yeah. But
Apa. Masih ini. Masih ada kesempatan ketika defender. Semua bisa terjadi di defender.
never at risk of actually being killed and just played around with Blaze King the whole time.
Very safe, always making sure that he was setting them up for the 2v1. It's so joyous.
It really is.
It's so joyous from the Optic players. Normally they're all just scowling.
That's a tough kid from Brooklyn.
Yeah, is that true?
You didn't watch the piece with Bala earlier? Fake fan.
I am a fake fan, sorry.
Fake fan.
Yeah, you caught me unaware. Actually, just more lacking.
Boom have a half bite with Spectres, Stingers, but it might still be enough if they can set up a decent execute.
Itu sih yang gue pelajarin. Gue dapat lagi sesuatu. Jadi when you got stunned or something.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is that?
What the
Wah, gue mau lihat delete, sumpah gue mau delete kalau gitu.
Guys, jadi dia begitu kena hit tuh mau muter dan mau nembak gitu loh, tapi ya nggak keburu.
Dia ngepick, ngecek ke area spawn dan menemukan teh botol di sana.
Menurut gue sih jangan banyakan ya.
Round berlanjut, round ke-11. Tapi Marv, dia udah ambil map control dan Ye yang akan jadi bet. Tapi Boom Esports tidak ingin dikejar, tapi jadi oleh Crazy.
Makanan cok.
Mereka berlima. 5-5.
Nggak paham lagi gue, cok.
You gotta rally back
What in the fuck?
The map isn't over. The map isn't over, Josh. One more round and a
At
half.
least tembak balik lah, cok. Wah, keringet dingin gua lihat ya, kayak greget banget, cok. Kenapa bisa kayak gitu?
I don't think I've ever seen something like that in my life.
Okay.
The problem here as well, though, seriously, is that Optic have so many things to be able to work with here. Boom going for the classic B exec.
Yeah, no command.
But Ye's in a great position to grab a kill.
Yeah, on top of Jenny, not really being cleared out here. Stunned up, and it's being watched for in the smoke. FNS.
Holy shit!
my
I
God.
think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap,
Wah,
chat.
anjir. Fansnya bilang it's a wrap, ini udah selesai, kayak no hope gitu, anjir. Bisa lah, bisa.
They can't show it. Yeah, they wouldn't.
Let's all agree we'll never mention round 11 ever again.
They wouldn't, would they?
I don't think they would.
They surely not. I mean,
It's
they're
rap.
on the desk. I mean,
No, jangan lah.
right?
I don't know what you're talking about. You know?
There's
From
round
what
11 in
from what
Valorant? I don't think there's a round
I don't think
11.
there was a round 11. I think we went from 10 to 12.
Yep.
And
I think that's how it works.
And that's where we are right now.
Yep.
Right? We're just gonna let me just wipe this off the table.
You know what?
Just gonna move on from that.
Yeah, well, no.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so let's talk about Yay.
Yeah, that's it. That's always in the book, just in case fire emergency. Yay.
Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, I think the thing about Yay as well overall is that Sideshow brought it up on the cast as well. Flipside, and now on that chamber, he was so good on it through the last chance qualifiers over in APAC. He had a 275 ACS on this map. Yay had 280. And right now, Yay seems to be building on that performance from the chamber on this map. But not only that,
itu jadi jadi kayak mentega gitu, mentega daging jalan gitu, jedeng doang pokoknya.
And FNS has been finding him every single time. Why? Because that's exactly what Optic like to do. Yeah, he's the one that likes to go for those lurks in the space. So it's not only a case of one.
Ada guys, jadi semangat masih bisa kita semangatin dengan cara #Indopride, #HungryBeast. Kita doakan sebaik mungkin, semaksimal mungkin kita doain guys.
Let's go HungryBeast.
Wah tuh lihat tuh udah angkat ketek itu udah stres itu. Cowok sumpah. Lihat tuh anak-anak Optik tuh belum ada yang angkat ketek deh tadi. Ya ampun. Gawat banget. Wah.
Bawa ke OT bisa. Blast King
sih.
udah angkat keteknya.
OP kelewat OP asli. Wah.
Kenapa ya selalu ada in one team like Sen have tens, terus yang kemarin Edgar have Kangkang, Charles have Persekan or Jinx. Sebenarnya Boom punya teh botol ya.
I don't count past 10.
No, I mean, I never learned. That's the UK education system.
That's where my fingers run out.
Yeah.
Socks.
Valorant's been pretty good for that, actually, for the education of me counting.
What, because you end up getting to 13?
I've had to learn new numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to be an extraordinarily difficult comeback for Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, 9-3 down, the pistol round, an absolute necessity. And the pistol rounds have been fairly decent, and it looks like they've got the right read.
Yeah, this crossfire is pretty brutal, I think, as well, especially if they try and evacuate out of drop here that Optic are gearing up towards. They have
muted? I'm not muted.
presence. The smokes are dropped down on the fast lane. It's explosive. That's the nature of the composition at the end of the day. And like I said, the crossfire, it is ready and waiting. The Boom players, they managed to deal with just...
Oh, 2v2.
Exploding out onto the site, but
Oh,
how do you deal with
shit.
FNS? Just wide swinging into him with the classic makes it look like a ghost.
Yeah, good headshot from FNS. Immediately puts the aim punch down, and Flipside is in a 2v1, 1v2 rather.
Okay, jump peek.
A single bullet in the headhunter.
Yeah, it's difficult. A difficult ask. Flipside, especially with this cross. He has to take the fight one step at a time. Has to try and bait. Again, the favorable fight, but yeah, it's a wider swing from him just in halls, making sure that he's covering the
I think would win VCT if you had to guess.
And it has been somewhat of a brutal opening for Boom.
It's kind of hard.
At the global stage.
I think
Bind was destructive, and this map seems to be going in the same direction. But I think, you know,
I think it'd be really cool to see Paper X.
I think everyone would have expected it
But
to be 2-0.
in all honesty, I think FBX.
Breeze is pretty That's pretty massive for Boom. And anything that they can get out of this map,
Yeah, I think it really depends on the form of teams, though.
Is also going to be useful.
Be looking forward to it. It's an attempt.
Like
to
if
try and shut down
we see like a Fnatic playing their like A game,
met with just Famous left alive, and guess what? Only a short.
like that's the thing about like Valorant. I think it's really hard.
No, not at all. Yeah. Remember as
to
well, this is probably the most difficult team in the group.
like consistently win. I think it's a lot of like momentum and just like.
That looked like they were struggling a little bit this morning. I'm sure Loud have
playing off your momentum.
Loud have been at the absolute heights
That's what's done for Boom.
Before, but they
yeah.
last time. These kind of things are not impossible. So there are some positives to still take away from this experience for Boom. It's a long tournament, but for the moment, they're getting wrecked.
Yeah, one after the other. The rounds are just piling up.
Simple for president.
2 more away until the series is carried away by Optic.
Famous down at the bottom of the scoreboard as well, 2-12, kind of struggling on the KO. We were talking about how much depth there was to this guy's agent pool. Playing the Raze as an entry, playing the Chamber sometimes as well, and some of the more supportive initiator roles like Sova and KO, just depending on what map it is. But something just hasn't quite
plan to
clicked
farm
for
all
him
the alt
on
orbs? Yeah,
this map
I saw
so
it.
far, with his job being to, you know, get in there, support, and trade out. Sure. Berserk's maybe just an extremely supportive role, flashing for the Neon. Rifles in hand, this is the round to win if you Boom.
You have to win it, but already this aggressive play into the
Holy
spawn.
fuck.
No information gathered, but a slight whiff there from Victor.
And he's mad enough to stun Crashies.
Yep, lucky that he doesn't get punished in stunning his teammate, as you mentioned.
This has just dragged so much attention away from B. And the spike, the spike was making its way into the site.
Finally, Esport. You can, okay, nice banget.
Oh shit.
Rattled off. Body shot there onto Famous, dragging him down to very low health indeed. Just no one really just keeping a mindful eye on tower control. Still being locked down by Mark. The molly pushed through. That's the bottle. Trying to make the most of it right now, but it is that 2v2.
And for Crashies, he doesn't know where to put his crosshair right now. Devotal still with a stun, still with a flash, playing in tower.
One enemy running around. A single bullet will do the job, and eventually be
nice try,
I swear, the Neon ult could be the saddest thing sometimes.
Feels like
the fact that it just runs out so quick.
Swirling around at the beginning of that one. Now we're at series point for Optic.
They were always favored to move on into the upper side of this group, but the manner in which they've done it has been a pretty interesting one today. For Fracture, though, I think they'll be pretty happy to get another win on the board after, as Jess was talking about before this map kicked off. It's been shaky for them recently.
It has. Yeah.
And I don't really think that they're doing anything spectacular here, but more so they're executing their game plan extremely well.
Last-ditch effort here for Boom. You can see the desperation plays being made. Heavy push up through into B main, through tree. It's up to Flipsider now. He's got the judge.
Really?
Way too much discipline from the Optic guys. They know there's going to be that second player there.
Holy
Flash
shit.
play, Crashes covers it, locking down Sand.
Wah, ada huli kapong aja.
Footsteps abound. They can hear where they're coming
Oh
from.
my
The flash
god,
play,
nice try,
onside
boy.
into it. One
GG,
singular
boy.
player left standing.
Senang
It's
loh.
all down to Blaze King.
The Optic just disrespecting the fuck out of them right now.
Dropping Crashes down to his knees.
Get another one for the stats, Blaze King.
Time running so short.
If he gets another kill, he does actually have Orbital Strike online.
Smoke as well.
Oh, Blaze King's been nasty before.
Opens up the door. He does not know where these players are currently located. And time is running so low. You have to start to get a move on now if there's any shot, any chance whatsoever. But it's looking like just pure inevitability. The double face from Optic and the confidence is there.
Whoa,
GG. Alright guys, I'm gonna off, I think. Nggak tahu bakal nonton Perex offline or not. So thank you. Tadi ada 5 orang, gila gue kaget ada 5 orang. So bentar gue ganti dulu.
A slow start
Nobarr visi
They had
doang.
a slow start to begin the first map, and yet the second and third were
Ini deh.
crushing victories. That's what you expect from a team with this
Alright.
pedigree. You were saying earlier, Brent.
Alright,
Optic,
alright.
they've had
Bye bye
an excellent
guys.
year so far with the win at Reykjavik as well. They weren't able
Bye bye.
swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen,